Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64 Randomizer.com Season 3. We are in Tournament Qualifier number 10. Time flies, wouldn't you know it? And today we've got an absolute marquee matchup, an absolute barn burner. I say that a couple times, but this one's real because we got Connor75 versus CharlesJarls. By our seedings, the projected 1 seed versus the projected 3 seed. These guys are absolute titans of the game, and I am super stoked to get them on stream. It's going to be a great time. I am LaRock. I will be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by one Mr. Rippy. How you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Even better, given what we're about to witness. It's going to be a wild time. Cut into our game feed. Cut into our game feed. We have an absolute nonsensical start.
Yeah, this is just classic, isn't it? Let's just give one Kong a bunch of moves, and then not give you that Kong.
There's a lot of things. Here's a lot of things. But you can't use any of them. You can look at your toys, but you can't touch with them. You can't play with them at all.
Cannot have your cake and eat it too. That's for certain.
But we're just about ready to get rolling here. We are all set. We got 49 racers today, so another huge lobby. The quals have not stopped being huge.
It's really impressive how much Qualifier Randomizer has exploded in terms of its popularity. In the last really this entire Season 3, seeing numbers like this constantly be stacking up, absolutely phenomenal. So I really have to give a shout out to the devs, LaRock being one of them, but also, we're starting apparently.
Here we go. It's go time.
I will continue that shout out later, but yes, shout out to everyone who's been involved in all of this.
There are a lot of hands and a lot of pies in this beast. Got a Caves level 2 already, but we are in the opener, which means it is time for a lot of nonsense to happen and us to get riddled with information. How about a third melon? Bang.
I'm happy with that.
We'll take it, I guess.
Hard to say no. Especially when it's right there.
Caves is an unfortunate lobby to see level 2 because you'd like to also see how many GBs it is to get into level 2, but it's just kind of out of the way to look at the B-lockers, so they both just kind of walked into the lobby and then conceded like, nah, I don't really care that much to see it. It just doesn't matter enough to me.
It is disappointment.
Them's the beats. Alright, well there's barrel throwing. Well, I sure hope we have a lanky phase because that's just solved.
Cool.
That would be excellent. Now we know we're not getting a lanky phase for sure, though, right? So,
100%.
What's our potion in the sprint cage? That looks clear to me, but I could be wrong. It's definitely a clear or like a darker shade, so maybe it's purple, but maybe blue on an off chance. I think it's clear. I think it's clear. Now if we go into a forest level 1, wow. Cave. Jeez.
And that berry's dead from the jump. That's interesting.
That's actually a great thing to put eyes on, just in case it's actually just empty like that. And Jetpack has something, so that's something to note down. Alright, Thornvine Barn crate. Or the crate near the barn. Trough and Scoff, keys 5 and 8. Alright, spicy. Oh, there's our Jetpack hint. So something you definitely need on your quest, and Lanky can be found by Chunky and Japes.
Key 5 and K-Rule versus Tiny. Interesting.
Donkey can be found by Tiny and Galleon? Okay. A lot going on here. Let's see. What else did we glean from that? Mills to key 8? Well, okay, maybe that's our Thornvine Barn crate, maybe that's something else. We don't have a way to make it night yet, so we can't actually get that crate near the Thornvine Barn. That requires night. Castle shops are dead. TNS to key 5 and key 8 is interesting. That could just be something useful.
Potion on the minecart. Here we go.
Okay, I blinked. Connor got on top of Aztec Lobby and found Featherbow. How did he get up there?
He used the barrel to get up there.
Oh, he used the barrel throwing.
Not the barrel, the boulder.
He used the boulder. Okay, I was wondering how he got up there. I forgot he picked up barrels. That's a nice pickup. I mean, we don't have Tiny, but I certainly won't say no to a feather bow. If we get a tiny face hinted, then that's going to lead to all sorts of panic.
Well, we actually did get a tiny space hinted. There was something that said payroll versus tiny.
Oh shoot, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, so that's going to be a big payoff in the end, which also means that Rocket Barrel and Trombone are going to be on the path, because to naturally get there, you need to have barrel throwing to pick up the boulder, Trombone to play in the instrument pad, then Diddy with Rocket Barrel to get into the Rocket Barrel to land up there.
This is going to be good.
For future hints, for anyone who's keeping track of what all these moves could be, that's a 3-move hint, right? That's a 3 moves in order to get that one important item. So that might be what we're looking at.
It's a good thing
that might have an answer.
It's a good thing they're getting slowed down by chunky minecarts so we can parse all this mess. Our jetpack item, by the way, is hinted to key 5 and tiny K roll. That's our tiny K roll hint. So jetpack could have a number of things. We know that barrel that's in Creme Isle is now way of the Horde, because logically you need to turn on that rocket barrel pad, and that, or you need to spawn the rocket barrel pad, and that logically requires barrels. So we know that's needed for some reason. What is our chunky minecart option? It is peanuts.
Pop guns.
Love that. That's a very important item. Now that counts as forest center and beanstalk area, so that's not our mills hint, but that is definitely a very nice item to have. In fact, that makes it night. You might warp back on warp 1 and make it night like right now. That is very tempting. Like a pearl for the road. Why not? Love that.
Always get one.
Always gotta have one in the pocket. That helps a lot. All right, the only real practical thing you can do with day in forest is peek the Mills lever check. So Charles does that and then immediately makes it night. There's really nothing else you can do that's like day exclusive in forest. So a lot of the time you really want to make it night as fast as possible just so you can get more stuff. Thornvine Barn area. The Night Dorcas Plat might be a little bit easier for you depending on what items you have.
And shout out to Connor doing the DK64 and N64 lag reduction strat of looking backwards on your minecart.
You can take the speedrunner out of the runs and into the rando, but you can't take the speedrunner out of the man.
Nope.
That sounded a lot less elegant when it came out of my mouth, but I gotta work on getting snappier there.
The viewers got what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, really, that idiom should have been like half a sentence shorter, but I just didn't make it work, which is really unfortunate. Jarls here, sniping this balloon out of the snide area. Normally you need day for that, but you can just kind of do that and steal a Diddy balloon. That might save you from climbing all the way to the top of the mushroom. I'm thinking his routing is going to end in the middle level of the mushroom then. Grab the 7 or 8 there, or whatever it is. Get the medal there. Oh wait, you need more than that. But you get the 10 on the rocket barrel pad in the mushroom area. Oh well, okay, key 4, alright, of all things. I didn't expect that to be key 4, but we'll take it.
Yeah, that was that question.
Yeah, I was going on about metal routing, but sometimes the keys turns up a little sooner than that. But with that balloon, he has enough to check the boss right now, which is pretty nice, because your next best boss door would be at the top of the mushroom, and he might be trying to avoid climbing the mushroom, because it would be kind of... There's not a lot up there right now. I guess you can get Chunky's medal on the way up, but that's about it.
It's a massive time sink, and I don't know... Yeah, I don't know if there really is much to gain from it at this moment. But we do have a Chunky on this door, and it's a medal.
Gotta check your bosses because they're hinted. Connor doing Dark Rafters blind, which is kind of hard. He sees a fairy there, but there is a flying reward in a minute. I cannot believe he jumped to the middle beam perfectly. He got the fairy. His auto tracker just updated. Holy smokes, he's gaming. Yeah, and then your next step, just fall off and let the fairy spawn. Steal that item. Wow. That's just magnificent. Isles Donkey Caves Lava, so that's the Caves Lobby check. Interesting, so that puts Strong Kong Punch into the mix. Lanky Ice Castle Slam, which is pretty free, because we know Caves is a very early level, so no problems there. Aztec Shops, Key 5. Key 5, Chunky K roll, Tiny K roll. Okay, wow. What is going on with Key 5? This is our third Key 5 hint. I understand Tiny K roll.
6 and 7 are going to be buried pretty deep.
Oh, here we go. Here's our Giga hint. Japes Hillside. Keys 5, 6, 8. Chunky K-roll, tiny K-roll. Whoa.
I'm trying to run through in my head what that could be, but
Something good. Whatever it is.
Yeah, right?
Gimme. Yes, please. I'll have another. Alright, see what Charles' plan is here in the mushroom. He'll get Diddy's medal here, probably. If I did my math right. There it is. He's gonna keep climbing. Maybe? Oh, he's gonna look at his hints and maybe that changes his mind. We don't actually know how much caves cost, so it's always a gamble at this point. And, even worse, we don't have a key 2 hint. So if we wanted to skip caves entirely, we just can't, because we don't know where key 2 is. Or, we don't have key 2 in hand. That is highly unfortunate. We don't know where Tiny is either, and that would be kind of nice, given that, well, Connor would love to see Tiny with Feather Bow in hand, and potentially Feather leading to more than... Potentially Feather leading to Key 5? That's a possibility? Feather plus something off of Boss leading to Key 5? Maybe like Feather plus Sax, Feather plus Diving?
Trying to think of what the feather checks could possibly be.
I don't... Did either of them peek the... I think one of them peeked the back of BFI, so I don't think it's that.
I don't believe either. Or I don't believe so either.
Anyway, we're talking about Tiny because our other Kongs are known to be hinted in levels that we don't have access to right now. Donkey's in Galleon, found by Tiny even, and Lanky is in Japes, found by Chunky, so we're going to be sitting around a bit. Having barrels is nice to potentially find Lanky early, but first we need to find Japes. Alright, that's not enough for Chunky's medal. I think Charles just needs to go to the bottom section of the tree to get the medal, which is just kind of annoying and out of the way, so it remains to be seen if he'll actually do that. Oh, you get a 5-pack here and then a 5-pack by that night door? Wait a minute, he's cooking.
Thinking to myself, there has to be a reason that he's running around to the chunky door here.
Yeah, yeah.
There has to be something. Yeah, okay.
So you grab that...
Kind of up.
No, this works. You grab that 5-pack there, and then you drop down to the night door, run inside this door to get the last 5-pack, and you're at 45. So, it's just a bit of a roundabout way to get the medal. Best case scenario is that, like, key 2 is on this medal, but that's far from a given.
Definitely not that.
Unlucky. Lesser mortals like myself would have just grabbed some bananas at the bottom of the mushroom, but that's also kind of slow, so... You know what? I actually don't know which is faster, so... He had a plan, and he got some coins out of it, too. The coins on top of the chunky pad to the face shooting room, so... I can dig the plan. With key 4, let's see what we can do up top. Maybe check out what level 5 is, get some, balloon...
Or we just get more lanky moves, which we can't use yet.
Alright, a Galleon level 5. Alright, here we go. What to do with this? Probably nothing significant. I didn't even see the number. 27? Holy smokes. Gonna be a bit before you get in there, and that's got Donkey too. Believers. You're in trouble. That might be 45 minutes till we get into Galleon. And unfortunately, without diving, you can't swim out of the lobby, so Charles has to pause exit out of there to go back to the upper aisles. Just wants that. Not thinking roof dirt, but roof dirt would be, he doesn't know it, but it's pretty good.
Well, with these Kongs, you can cheese getting over to roof dirt right now. It's definitely, even with the advanced platforming jumps that you can make, it's still difficult even with Donkey Kong. So
well, he's got the other way to do it, the way that Connor did it, which is you just grab the boulder with Chunky,
right,
and backflip up with Diddy. That's like the perfect suite of items to get it. Still got to keep in mind our medal count because. In theory, Jetpack should be acquired by the time you get to level 5, because it's needed for Key 5. But it could also just be something that gets you Feather Bow, like, it could be like a rocket barrel you don't need. It could be... Okay, you probably want a rocket barrel anyway, but...
Yeah! The rocket barrel is just one of those things that's just good.
Yeah, kind of hard pressed to skip that guy.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's a purple potion in our caves lobby, or our caves lobby item that we know is Way of the Horde. That looked purple to me, but
to go into.
I have been known to be wrong on colors a lot. Not colorblind, I swear, but I've been inexplicably been wrong a lot. I'm gonna blame the lighting. I'm gonna blame the game. That usually ends well.
And here is Charles, confirming that I am eating my words here because he's doing the correct cheaty face way to get up there.
I mean, it's just the way to go. Do your IELTS checks, people, and you get rewarded for it. Not that this feather is particularly useful early, but it's a ton of information because it's like, wait a minute. That's on the Path to Tiny K roll. That puts a lot of things on the Path to Tiny K roll. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's also just absolute gas. So
that's pretty nice.
Blue?
That looks purple to me. There's only one blue vial left, and I doubt Sprint is going to be our answer. That looks purple to me. I feel pretty comfortable penciling in that one as purple, considering we know we need at least 2 more purple moves. Oh, is that key 2? Oh, well, thank you, Connor. Alright, problem solved. What to do in caves? Caves, the name of the game in caves is instruments. Instruments will get you into a whole bunch of rooms, and wouldn't you know it, we have none instruments, so that's just excellent.
And Mini Monkey and Primate Punch, and let's just take a look at our moves and say, oh, we have none of those.
Nothing. We have nothing
That's
at all.
Unfortunate. That's absolutely tragic.
Yeah, you'd really like, I don't know, anything to get into moves. Or anything to get into various rooms in caves. It's just not happening. There we go, key 2 for Charles, off he goes.
Getting that 5-pack, which I don't believe Connor did, which, do I think that will pay off, or that'll make a big difference in the long run? Who knows, but it's always good to get gold bananas earlier rather than later.
I don't think so.
Connor did, beg pardon.
Caves chunky metal usually needs punch. If it's not punch, it's like a ton of other moves. So you're not getting caves metal for a while, caves chunky metal for a while. So I don't think that 5-pack makes a big difference yet. Yet is the emphasis, because it could be that you need to like grab that boulder and run it into the big boulder switch room or something, or you need to open the big boulder switch later, so Connor might be like back for that regardless. So like, I don't know, I think that 5-pack is like pretty much meaningless, considering he has enough to open the TNS anyway. And look at that, the Hunky Igloo is dead. And the Monkey Port Igloo is dead. Igloo's not paying out right now. There's really not much else to do in caves besides, I guess, check the bosses. Wouldn't you know it, we've seen 2 medals on bosses, and isn't it just a ain't that just a kick in the head that you need medals for jetpack? Ain't that something?
Wait. That would be... I mean, that's a play.
It's not looking too hot for medals right now. But it's also, like, unclear what we need medals for, which is the other big problem. Charles has 2 medals, Connor has 1. The medals have not been plentiful early, so we're gonna... It remains to be seen where all the medals are. I have not been looking at shops for too many medals, but I also don't think I've seen a ton. We've seen more medals on bosses than shops, I think, which is really bad.
I think I saw 1 for purchase with the Kong that we don't have.
Ah, lovely. That's the spirit. Alright, pearl number 2. Amazing. Last thing to really do in caves, and they're both going to get there at roughly the same time with a minute or 2 of each other, is this Kasplat up here at Warp 2. There's really nothing else to do in here. You could like run around and like shoot some like Diddy balloons, but you can't get his medal. You're like way short on that. Rocket barrel is always required for caves Diddy medal. And this guy kind of got bupkis, but we got some more hints to work with, so let's see what we got here. Another monster hint, but that monster hint might be an item we already have. Forest Center Beanstalk, 5, 6, 8, Chunky K. Rool, Tiny K. Rool. That could be Peanuts. That's a pretty strong contender for Peanuts.
Absolutely. The other thing I want to point out is that there's two... something in Main Caves is on a path to Key 2, and we know that Main Caves area has 1 potion. So whatever we find there is going to end up being important.
Ooh. Well, that's going to be probably the Lanky Ice Slam, right?
Yes. Yes, that has to be.
It could be another key, but it's probably just that. Like, that could be Key 7, but that seems... That's the only thing it could be. It's either Key 7 or a potion. Or maybe it's... No. Could it be Tiny?
I don't think so.
I think it could, but that would be kind of crazy.
That would be a ridiculous sequence of events to play out.
It could be Tiny. So, most likely it's the 1 potion in Main Caves area, but we'll have to revisit that when we get there. For now, Charles has found his way into Japes. Not too expensive to get in, I suppose. And we're off to the races. However much it was, Connor has the same amount of GB, so he can also get in. I didn't even see the number.
It's 9? No, or 5? It was, they have enough.
Oof.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, we had to see Japes here, or I guess we had to see the Tiny hint. We still don't know where Tiny is. But Chunky checks in Japes is our answer for Lanky, so the Boulder is looking like a prime contender right now. Give me the Boulder. On top of that, if we think Peanuts is our answer to 5, 6, 8, Chunky K. Rool, Tiny K. Rool, Japes Hillside being hinted to 5, 6, 8, Chunky K. Rool, Tiny K. Rool could mean the mountain, top of the mountain, is a very strong contender here for something important. Or alternatively...
So we have... Oh, sorry, go on.
Alternatively, just something in the hillside pairs with Peanut. A lot of things pair with Peanut, so let's see what we come up with. Ooh, no such luck with Lanky and the Boulder, so we're gonna have to do some digging. That looks like a potion in the feather cage.
Yep.
Interesting. We're gonna keep an eye on that. They both have feathers, so that's pretty nice. Alright, can we get Chunky's medal right now? I'm not really sure, but here's another Chunky check.
Clear vial.
I don't know if you can make that jump.
On N64, I think you can, but not on emulator.
Yeah, an N64
not outside of BizHawk, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit of a reach. There's not enough patented DK64 lag to get there. That's not gonna happen. If they had vines, Diddy could backflip up to the set of vines to get that, but no such luck here. It's also not vines because it's logically vines locked. So we don't have a haha funny moment where the item that you really want is locked behind itself. Fuck you! Alright, another Chunky check here. Is Lanky in there? No, Lanky is not in Chunky's hillside cage. You know, Lanky could just be on the free Diddy item, huh? And it could just be flagged for Chunky. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Son of a gun, there he is. Yep, that's Japes for you. Those free Diddy locations, both the GB inside and outside the cage, could be flagged for any Kong, so they just happen to be flagged for Chunky here, so solves that problem pretty nice.
Very important that you remember that they can be flagged for any Kong. Just don't wind up like me and just spend 2 hours losing a seed because you forgot that one of those checks can be flagged by any Kong.
Yeah. That can happen. I did not see the Helm order. Did he DK?
Yep.
I think so. Did he DK?
That is correct. It was Diddy DK, so that does mean that we have to flag Rocket Barrel as being very, very, very important.
Rocket Barrel to Key 8, but that means it's not on Jetpack, so what the heck is on Jetpack that gets us to Tiny K. Rool? Is Mini Monkey on Jetpack? Tiny can be bought in Aztec. Whoa, alright. Roof Dirt Way the Horde, so that's a pretty strong indication that you should go get your Feather Bow. Not really surprised. Owl Tree is foolish. Alright.
Japes Forest Lobby has a potion, which I don't believe we've seen yet.
My man just blasted through those hints. Does he just stop taking notes? Is he just crazy like that? My god.
GB on minecart, and there's a clear vial on top of mountain.
Yep. Here's our hillside item that's on the path to everything. This could be like diving. Would make a lot of sense.
Could be vines.
Let's see. It could be vines to go get you diving in the underground, but we still need pineapple for that, logically. That's still another question mark to be had. But, I want this item. What is it?
Gimme, gimme.
Following up on the peanut hints, Connor picks the painting room, which I love. And O-stand already, so this is in logic.
Correct play by Connor.
Well, it's correct if it has something. If it's not anything, then
Vines.
He's a fool.
Yeah, right.
Vines in the hillside. Decent odds that Vines is on the path to a ton of stuff. That's probably our Gigapath item. The thing on the path to 2 K rule phases and 3 keys.
And that looked like a vial inside of Lanky's time cage.
Ooh, I did not get a good look.
Both of our players are playing so fast that we have basically pixels to just see what it was. It was a blueprint, my apologies. See, that's what I mean. We have fractions of a second to process all of this on 2 screens.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go send him a message to slow down. Oh, they've ignored me. All right, I'm blocked. It's over.
Team. Trying to provide commentary here. Excuse you. Sacks on the Kasplat that was inside the tunnels heading to Stormy.
Love that. Keep that in our pocket. Not sure what to do with it, but you'll have to see it. It's a potion that isn't in Cave's lobby, so that makes the Cave's lobby potion a little bit better. Because now we know we need Monkey Port and we know we need Mini Monkey. Oh man, is it gonna be like Strong Kong on Jetpack? That would be kind of evil.
That would be brutal.
Because that would fit, because it can't be Punch, because Punch would be on the path to Chunky K roll. Oh, that'd be kind of ugly. But the problem is it could be that Mini Monkey is on the path to Key 5, which means you... Well... Actually, I don't know. That's tough to say. We're still on the hunt for wherever the heck... We're still on the hunt for a boss for something for Key 5. This Key 5 is turning into a mess really fast. Oh boy. Top of the morning to you, Kuiper. Welcome, welcome. Whole pile of raiders piling in. My goodness.
Shout out to friend of the stream, Kuiper Don't Care. Thank you for the raid.
We're square in the mix of qualifier number 10. We got Connor75 and Charles, 2 absolute beasts duking it out, and honestly, they're just doing dueling checks in Japes right now. They have smelled something in Japes that they want real bad. I'm wondering if one of them is going to go take Vines and go back to the underground and pick up the clear vial down there. Feels like a pretty solid play. Or DK potion on Japes cranky as well. Something to keep in mind. I mean, that's the name of the game so far. Something to keep in mind. Something else to keep in mind. There's a lot to keep in mind here. We love our note sheets, don't we? Shout out all the help we have on tracking. Essen, Natal Law. Love it.
Genuinely, there's no way that we could
Very
be able to
helpful.
keep track of everything all at once.
Alright, Connor has gone to the underground with his vines. He hadn't checked this yet, I don't think. So I guess he just didn't really want to commit to coming down here because you're not getting Chunky's medal yet, so it's fine. But now that you have vines, you can actually get the checks. So it's actually a little bit more worthwhile. And it's diving here, okay. I mean, that kind of tracks.
Oh,
yeah.
Well then.
That explains why Vines is on the path to everything, because diving is a major item that will absolutely be on the path to all sorts of stuff. So the question right now, in my mind, is where the heck is Pineapple? It's got to be in the first 3 levels. And it's going to be very well hinted wherever it is. Probably. Most likely.
I suspect that it is going to be on the Japes lobby saxophone pad. Not saxophone, trombone pad. Because we know that we have a potion inside Japes Force lobbies. And that is something that we do have access to this early.
I love that. I love that read. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, it could be Caves Lanky Slam, the Ice Castle as well. That would make a lot of sense as well. That probably fits a little bit better, but I'm with you on Japes Lobby. I love that cook. Tricky business. There's very few things that can be on Jetpack, which is really weird. Man, this Key 5 is going to turn into a mess, but we also, I think, have a low-key stinker for Key 6, which is that our latest hint for Key 6 is Vines, which means Key 6 could be diving locked somewhere random, it could be Vines locked somewhere random. There's a very wide net for Key 6 right now, which is, like, low-key awful, because also Peanut has hinted for it, so you have, like, the entirety of Galleon available for Key 6.
Yeah!
Kinda just hope it's gonna turn up and pray, I guess. Just really hope that turns out easy. Rocket Barrel on Jetpack? Could work. No, Rocket Barrel can't be on Jetpack because we need Rocket Barrel for Key 8, and Jetpack is not hinted to Key 8, so it's not there. Which is weird. So it's possible that Jetpack gives us, like, Mini Monkey instead of Feather? And leads to an entirely different set of paths?
Well, we already have Feather, so that's kind of, yeah.
Well, we're trying to solve the Tiny K Rool hints we have to, like, okay, what gets us to Feather? We need, the only thing remaining to get us to Feather is Rocket Barrel right now. Okay, Punch in an Aztec Shop, that's big. So that is our hinted item there. So Punch to Key 5, Chunky K Rool, and Tiny K Rool. It's looking like the item in Cave's lobby is gonna be Mini Monkey now. Is really what it's looking like. And then Mini Monkey, and then Strong Kong is on Jetpack? Oh, what the heck is that key? Japes Lobby? Right. That's not a potion.
No, wait, I read it wrong, but I was still correct.
We take
it's
those.
Key 7.
We take those. Random Key 7 in Japes Lobby. Love that. Alright, here we go.
That's a big find, because that's one of those checks that I definitely put in the I'm gonna forget this if I don't get it immediately category.
Grape gets us coconut immediately. Just do your Isles checks, people. Holy smokes. Connor getting paid out for doing Isles checks really quickly and consistently. Feather early, coconut early. It's a lot of information. It's not a lot of utility immediately, but it's a ton of information. Alright, this is your toolkit. How do you get the item in Cave's lobby right now? You need either Tiny and Twirl, Oranges, or the logical way, which is Strong Kong. The problem is I'm kind of penciling in Strong Kong on Jetpack right now, and Jetpack kind of stinks. So I don't want to do Jetpack. So how do I avoid doing Jetpack this season? Can we find an item that would assist us in that endeavor?
Also depends on if there's any other Strong Kong checks that we need to do.
Yeah. On top of that, Key 5 is not solved, so even if you pulled Mini Monkey off of Cave's lobby, you still need to find Key 5, and it's possible you also need the item on Jetpack for Key 5, but it's looking a little spicy. Here's some more answers. Japes, Caves, and Mines to Key 6. What the heck? Okay, wait. Wait. Is that diving? I think that is. Key 6 and Key 8? Japes, Caves, and Mines to Key 6 and Key 8. That smells like that's the diving hint. Because Peanut and Vines, or Vines on the path to 6 and 8. Diving would explain Key 6, so it's looking like Key 6 is just like somewhere in Galleon or something. Somewhere. Oh yeah, and we know it's exactly that potion because there's one potion in the Japes Underground. So, that's convenient. We know it has to be diving for that hint. So it is exactly, diving is our latest bit of information for Key 6. That is not super helpful, but it's what we got. But we'll have to make do. Horse Chunky Minecart hinted away the Horde. Not really surprised that Peanut got hinted. That just makes sense. And then the Llama Temple was foolish. Which is just kind of nice info, because getting into the Llama Temple right now would be really annoying. No blast. No donkey. It's nice to not be able to have to think about it. I'm really lucky that we get to actually pencil, or we get to actually, you know, slot in diving to that key 6, key 8 hint, because then that also locks in our vines hint in the hillside. Unless it's like pineapple there, which would be weird. Pineapple also on the hillside? That seems unlikely. I think we've actually checked every single hillside check, so I think it can't be.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think there's anything else in the hillside for it to be.
Right. So moving on, we need to find Tiny and Aztec in a shop, so that should probably be our next purchase, no problem. We get Tiny here, life is good, and then we go take Tiny to go find Donkey and Galleon. All is well, all is right in the world. And then we just continue exploring, I think. The crate on top of the Llama Temple is Way of the Horde. What is that? What could that possibly be? Okay, here's another cook. Is it possible that Vines leads us to Rocket Barrel? Because we need something to get us to Rocket Barrel. Some item is on the path to Tiny K. Rool and Key 8, and that would be Rocket Barrel. And we don't have anything that fits the bill for that besides something that is exactly Vines locked. That is going to be a tricky one to unpack. On top of that, we also now need to use Vines to get a Chunky K. Rool move. And we need to use Vines to get Key 5. Vines is looking real good this seed, and I'm not sure how it fits in anywhere, so we're going to have to wait and see. It's possible we get some like a really ugly Vines bonus barrel that just like destroys our logic.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm kind of not hedging my bets entirely on that right now, is because the odds of it just blowing up in our face, of having like a very clean way to get there, and then it's just like, oh, this is just the worst barrel that we could possibly have. That is what we need. So.
Classic. But we get Tiny out of Aztec Funky. Love to see that. I don't think I leave Aztec before checking the bosses. We're running out of bosses to find our Key 5 hinted item. We have the Aztec boss and the Galleon boss. I think they both checked the Japes boss. I know Connor did. I'm not sure Charles did. So Charles taking Tiny, bailing back to caves immediately. Is he going to try his luck on this jump? With what? Or maybe he's just punching it open for old time's sake.
The rock, maybe? Take some damage? He doesn't have anything
he's going back for Lanky Ice Castle Slam, but that could be like Pineapple, which like gets him nowhere. Not that I think you can bet against that right now, but it doesn't seem likely to get you in. And we know that Galleon is, what, 27? So he can actually get into Galleon now. That is a tempting offer. Connor is back at 22. He would have to dump blueprints to get in.
To say which one of our players is who I would give the edge to in terms of being ahead right now. It really does feel neck and neck.
I like Charles here. It's all going to come down to how useful that... Well, even still, not having coconut is like the only thing I really knock him for, but like...
That check is so in the way of everything that I don't think that's going to be a super slowdown.
Like, you're going to get that on the way to level 7 and be like, I'm an idiot for forgetting this, but it may or may not kill you because we don't have DK yet, so it's hard to say. And by the time you get DK, hopefully we'll pull Key 5 sooner rather than later, and life will be good. Did you say no accidentally? He did. Lol. There we go. Now the tomato's moving. We've all been there. I accidentally say no to these prompts like all the time. Like he's trying to like gauge out who slams the fastest. Chunky seems like a pretty reasonable play here.
Chunky's usually the one that I go to when I have to do this check.
He's taking his sweet time here. I mean, he might be like looking at notes or something and like autopiloting this. He seems no problem. Good win pretty comfortably. It is indeed pineapple here, so no such luck. And Connor may have found our boss.
That's red. That could be rocket barrels.
Could it? No, it can't.
Why can't it?
This can't be Rocket Barrel, because Rocket Barrel has to be on the path to at least Tiny K. Rool and Key 8, at a minimum. And,
Well,
and our TNS hinted item is only on the path to Key 5 and Tiny K. Rool. This ain't it. Let me double check the hints. Yeah. This can't be Rocket Barrel. It could be a second boss, which would be Psycho.
I was about to say that shows that this is the boss being hinted here.
I think it is less likely to be multiple bosses, and more likely for this to be not Rocket Barrel. This could be guitar. This could be. No, it can't be guitar because no, it could be. It could be guitar.
Guitar gets us to 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be guitar, but it can't be Rocket Barrel. That's the only thing I know. All right, the feather cage, or the feather, the Japes feather item. Oh boy, and it's a diving minigame, so this could lead you to Key 6. Oh, brother. Key 6 is looking horrendous right now. I am scared about Key 6. Alright, what is our red potion on the Aztec boss? Is this guitar, charge, spring? Somehow Rocket Barrel? Make me eat my words? Charge! Alright. What do we do with that?
I don't like that.
It's not the Beetle Race.
It does point you to Aztec Beetle Race, though. Kinda?
Maybe Key 5 is on the Aztec Beetle Race, but that's a reach. Oh, we just got a slam. Oh my god.
That was great.
Oh.
That was really good.
Yeah, but like, no, because that makes Key 6 even worse. Like, that's like the one move that like casts the net even wider. It's just we got a proper mess here.
It worse. Japes Donkey B Blast, let's go.
Uh-oh. Stormy Tunnel Key 5. You know what we got there? We got sacks there.
Oh, so it looks like something got Kremals in the path to 5, 6, 7, and 8, and Carol versus Chunky, Tiny, and Light.
I think the slam just got hinted for Key 6. Oh no!
Let's go.
Oh no, wait. Did it? Because Japes Donkey Blast is way of the horde. So maybe that is Key 6, and we have to like dig up Blast somehow off of diving? Oh my god, this is getting ugly. So Stormy Tunnel to Key 5, pencil that in as sacks tentatively, and then maybe we work our way to the Beetle Race somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. That would make sense if Mini Monkey is in Cave's lobby. That would fit. And that puts the jetpack item as exactly Strong Kong. So that kind of bricks your jetpack. Unless you need Strong Kong to get it, in which case, yeah, okay, you go do jetpack. But Connor is thinking Beetle Race, so he is opening up the tower. Because there's not a lot to do with charge.
Key 7. I feel like that is I'm trying to look through my notes. I don't have that one written down. Where did we get 7?
That was on the Japes lobby, so that's barrels that just got hinted there. Massive hint. Something in the Crumb Isles on the path to 5, 6, 7, 8, Chunky K. Rool, Tiny K. Rool, Lanky K. Rool. That is exactly barrels. Nothing else it could be. So, perfect. I mean, that's all well and good. We know where Key 7 is, so no problem. Charles even went and got Key 7 while we were yapping about a whole bunch of other stuff, so he's off to the races as well. That hint should pretty comfortably point you towards that trombone pad, okay. I think. And we know it's needed for Tiny K. Rool because it would get you to Roof Dirt, so that's solved. How does it get you to Key 5? What do we use barrels for? We use barrels to get to Chunky Underground, so that's why it's on the path to 6 and 8 for diving. Chunky K. Rool. How does it solve Chunky K. Rool? Is it combined with Vines somehow? Is there a Vines diving check? Here's a Here's a Vines check. What do we got here, Charles? Nope, another medal for you, though. That's number 7 for him, so he's coming up on his 9 if he wants to go get his Strong Kong. We know where Donkey is. Donkey is found by Tiny in... Oh, that's a number 1 cop on the force right there. He just fell right on top of him. Unlucky. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by that horrendously placed cop. Donkey is found by Tiny and Galleon. So we got some options here. The 5-door ship, 2-door ship, both looking pretty great. Good thing we got that slam, because we're in level 5 now. And Connor's about to get his slam, and he'll be a happy camper for it. That'll solve some problems. Other possibilities include the,
I think the game wants you to get that medal, friend.
It could be the mermaid or the treasure chest, but I don't think it's likely to be that. Because if we think Mini Monkey is in Cave's lobby, it would be locked by Donkey. And Donkey's not going to lock himself. So I don't think it's going to be a mini check to get DK. That seems unlikely to me. I would put better odds on the 2-door ship or the 5-door ship here. I'm feeling real confident this one's mini. We also have like a solo key 8 hint still floating around in the mills for possibly a monkey port or a gorilla gun maybe, so we're gonna have to set it on. Well, no, it wouldn't be gorilla gun because gorilla gun would be on the path to Chunky K roll, so it's probably like a monkey port chilling in the mills somewhere. We can come back to that, revisit that later. Who cares?
We did get. Oh no, but we know what was inside Winch, correct? And it was kind of it was a lemon.
Inside what?
Inside Winch.
The winch? I do not remember. Any knowers? We got our spies on that? I don't think the winch had
I was
anything.
thinking, because that's a chimpy charge check, which we do know that we need at some point.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Ooh, Charles working his way towards Tiny's medal, so this is good. Although he could probably finish the medal off in either the 2-door ship or the 5-door ship, but he is prioritizing the medal pretty aggressively here. And a shout out to Kevin. Nothing on the medal, a little unfortunate, but just keep rolling. And that's the 45-minute mark, so unfortunate. He might have been trying for the believers there. That would have been real close. If he pulled DK right there, it would have been like maybe just under 45 minutes. He could have pulled off a miracle, but alas, the believers are handed another L. That would have been really funny. Alright, anyway, how's their shipyard looking?
Definitely looking better than it did before.
It's looking so good that Connor's also on his way there. Off we go. Grape shots? Sometimes they just don't work out. Unlucky. The treasure chest sure looks tempting, but you're not getting in there for a bit, I don't think. Let's see.
Have access to Lanky Treasure Room. And technically speaking, he could cheese his way up Diddy Treasure Room as well.
Okay, here we go. Pineapple plus barrels. Could this be something good here?
Oh?
I don't know.
Kill my beating heart.
I don't... Maybe this is like a chunky move? Like, this could be like hunky chunky in here, at best. I don't think we have a reason for vines to be on the path of Chunky K roll yet, or barrels, so... We are still missing 2 of those moves, though. Remains to be seen. It could be that Blast is a Chunky K roll move, like maybe... Or the Japes Blast course could have, That could have, like, Gorilla Gone, which would solve a couple things. Could have Hunky Chunky, that would be nice. Maybe Rocket Barrel gives us the crate on the Llama Temple, which has a Chunky K roll move. There's a lot of unknowns right now that we haven't quite puzzled out yet. I think the first step in solving this puzzle will be getting Donkey, getting whatever's on Jetpack, and getting our Mini Monkey probably out of Cave's lobby. And en route to Jetpack, Charles is at 8 medals. Connor just picked up his 7th, so I think Charles bought one in the shop here.
Yes.
So Connor can be up to 8 real quick.
Well, he bought one from Cranky. The candy one is locked behind Donkey, so we're still kind of right there, and that answers that question.
That's number 9 for Charles, so let's see what he does with his medals. Connor deciding he's not getting that splat. Alright, he's going back. Alright, hang on, hear me out. Have we ruled out the Checo Legends yet?
Not yet.
Maybe we have, hang on. Crunching the numbers.
Do you have Peanut Pop Guns on the path to 5, 6, and 8?
Yeah,
And
Peanut is the only gun.
Feather.
Peanut's the only gun hinted right now is the problem, so I guess it's
No,
not
we
dead.
know that Feather is way of the Horde.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we know we need that for Tiny Kit Rolls, so that's not really a surprise. The Checo Legends isn't dead, but it doesn't seem likely at this point.
Was Pineapple logically needed for diving?
Ooh, it was, yeah, but diving looks like it's only needed for Key 6 and Key 8. Probably like a Helm game for Key 8, those prizes there, but somewhere for Key 6. Probably maybe like a 2-door ship for Key 6 if it needs the slam out of the lowlands. Although I think Charles probably like just checked that, so never mind. Alright, here's Donkey and Tiny's 5-door ship. Okay, no, try again. Here's Donkey and Tiny's 5-door ship.
The wonders of swimming in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, no kidding. Connor has worked his way to jetpack. Here we go. Plug those points in. One more drop. Potion. Alright, what do we got? I'm guessing Strong Kong on jetpack. Sure is. If we find DK, we're in good shape. How about the Galleon boss? Ooh, Charles having not done the Aztec boss. This might hurt him, because this boss is probably nothing. The charge on the Aztec boss makes a lot of sense. Fortunately for Charles, though, charge being inside Aztec is probably beneficial, because I think you're decently likely to check the Beetle Race immediately. And the Beetle Race is like my #1 strongest contender for Key 5 right now. Hang on. Do we really have a solo Key 8 hint for Aztec Oasis and Totem Area? What the heck is that? We haven't found anything there. And the Oasis
As far
and
as I'm
Totem...
aware, no, we know that the melon crate on top of Llama Temple.
You're right. So that could be a Helm instrument. That could be our bongos or our guitar, maybe. That makes sense. Oh, Charles gets caught again. Unlucky. He's on his way to jetpack, but not meant to be. You know what? He decides he's not going back to that cranky. He's going to go to a different cranky, or just do something else entirely. He's going back to Aztec. He knows that, okay, it's the Aztec boss because I've checked the other 4 bosses and I all have nothing, so it has to be this boss. Okay, so...
There's a cranky right by a warp pad, so not a whole lot of time lost there.
Yeah. Unlucky. Solo Key 5 hint for Stormy Tunnel. That's probably Sax, which is why I'm thinking Beetle Race right now. I can't believe I just, like, didn't notice that Charles is the DK rap in Aztec. That's unbelievable. You love to see it. Connor checking the Galleon boss anyway. Interesting. Maybe he's just, like, not sure on this one.
Worth hedging your bets. It's also not a fun move to hear is important. So.
Right. This will give him the information he needs that, yes, it is definitely charge. Do not second guess me. Now that I think about it, it might have to be Sax in the Stormy Tunnel. Because I don't think there's any way to get charge back there. Or to do charge... there's nothing to do with charge back in the Stormy Tunnel. So unless it's a different charge check that... No, because there's nothing else, because we know where Coconut is. So I think this actually has to be Sax in the Stormy Tunnel. There's no way for Coconut to interact with charge. Or... I guess it could be something Coconut locked by chance that interacts with charge, like guitar, and then you go.
But I mean, what would we get at that point that matches both of those?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a spring charge check? There's Snide. There's Isle Snide that I don't know if either of them have looked at.
Oh. Damn it, does that get you... No, you're still missing something on that, though.
No, I'm trying to think of ways that it's just simply not the Aztec Beetle race. I feel like that makes like way too much sense and fits everything really, really well here. I guess it remains to be seen. We still can't do it because we need the Mini Monkey, which is probably picked up by DK in Cave's lobby, so maybe Charles might be putting the pieces together now. They're like, wait a minute, hang on. What is this charge doing here? This charge is on the path to Key 5 and Key 8. I don't know how it gets you to Key 8, but I'm pretty sure I know how it gets you to Key 5. Oh, he's got to do Jetpack now, too, so here we go.
Gets a Strong Kong, which gets us the move that's inside Cave's lobby.
Yep. The person in the lead right now will probably be the first person to get Mini Monkey out of Cave's lobby. Because all else is mostly equal. The coconut is a difference, but I don't think it's a significant one. Or it's a temporary one. It will come back very quickly in time. So it's a matter of who just goes to get Mini Monkey and gets Key 5. Is what it's kind of looking like right now. On top of that, we still have some question marks remaining. Rocket Barrel's a pretty big question mark. We need to get some way to get on top of on top of the Llama Temple somehow. That's pretty nice. Blast is a question mark because we need the Japes Blast course for some reason. We have no idea why. And then our Helm instruments are kind of question marks. Our chunky K. Rool moves are kind of question marks. A lot of question marks. An unfortunate accident of the question mark factory. It's just littered our seed all over the place. We have no idea what's going on.
This is the dev branch.
Yeah.
So that's Simeon Spring on Galleon Diddy Metal.
That's Galleon Lanky Metal.
Oh, Lanky, beg pardon.
What the heck? Alright. I mean, that's probably useless, but I'm scared. So, make of that what you will. Charles like, alright, I better put charge to use like immediately. Let's go do that. Alright, and off he goes to Cave's lobby. So, let's see if this is our... Okay, where are you going, Chief? Hang on. Sir?
I beg of you. I beg of you.
I beg your pardon.
Dude's well, right there.
I believe in him.
See it.
He'll figure it out. He's fast.
Yeah, sure.
He's got... What is he thinking now? There's nothing to do with charging here. Sprint Cabin is a spicy pull.
That is a deep, deep cut of a read.
This is a crazy read. I have no idea what's here. Maybe he just wants Lanky's metal? No, he's going in. Is this... Wait, this actually might be a combo. This gets him the Sprint Cabin check, because there's a 5-pack of balloons in here. So he gets the Sprint Cabin check, shoots the balloon in the river, and then gets the 10 in the river, and he gets Lanky's metal too. So it actually just, like, combos really well with, like, I don't know, everything. It's a nice little combo check. I like this. Nothing here, but...
Good try.
I love it. I love it. Connor going to Forest Funky. What is he thinking here? Charles like, wait a minute. Let me think about this a little bit. Back for this.
Blueprint on Apple.
I really don't think Forest Funky is your answer, but we'll see. So this is probably Mini Monkey, right? Okay, sure enough, it is Mini Monkey here. And now, what do you do with Mini Monkey to go get your Key 5? You've got a billion things hinting that I think there's one pretty straightforward answer.
And he is not going for it. Not yet, anyway.
I say pretty straightforward answer, but this is like kind of ugly. This seat is not pretty, that's for sure.
Oh boy.
Forget Key 5. Key 6 is looking awful. I don't know what's going on with Key 6, but I don't think I want any. Something with diving, I guess.
Vines, peanut pop guns, barrels.
Diving, Maybe a slam. Oh, brother. Oh, here's trombone.
Yikes.
Here we go. Trombone.
Trombone, 6, 7, 8, chunky, tiny, lanky. That was... Okay, so that absolutely points us at...
What is it? What?
the hell?
What is it? What, man?
No, I had an idea and I just...
You gotta tell me. I don't know. A lanky 5-door ship? That could fit. Diving trombone? That fits pretty well. But no, wait. Lanky 5-door ship for blast. Blast for Japes Hillside. That's key 6. Bang. Because we need to solve the lowlands somehow. Lowlands is hinted to solo key 6, which is either our hinted blast course item or the slam we got from it. Which is
I really hope that it's the blast course item.
Oh man, this is a doozy, that's for sure. Oh,
the only reason I'm leaning towards blast course is because of the either-or distribution of that hint.
Agree. It is...
Because that would mean that Super Duper Simeon Slam is Way of the Horde as well, which would just be terrible.
We get anything else interesting? We got Punch hinted Way of the Horde. That's not a shocker at all. I think that was just, like, known. Japes 4's Lobby's hinted Way of the Horde. Or, no, wait. Japes 4's Lobby's path to key 7, because that's where we found key 7. No surprises there. We have a ton of path hints, by the way. And then Caves Helm Lobbies. This is our mini monkey on the path to key 5 and Tiny K Roll. So this is mini monkey for sure.
So in the background, for those of you who don't really do commentary, we have a bunch of note takers and hint trackers and move trackers and everything like that. And this seed genuinely looks like they're running out of red yarn, just trying to piece everything together.
Yeah. Yeah, currently we
everything.
have 15 path hints already, and that's kind of stressing our limit here. And we know there's more coming because, believe it or not, key 4 is not hinted. We just randomly found that. It got hinted Way of the Horde, but it's gonna get a path hint too, and we just haven't seen the path hint yet. So there's a lot going on here. Oh, brother. Alright, here's another charge check for Charles. Alright, Connor, though, has homed right in on the beetle race, so even though Charles got Mini Monkey first, Connor is going to be the first one to get to the beetle race, and I think this is key 5.
I would like it to be, because otherwise it's something terrible.
Yeah, otherwise it's, like, nightmarish. I think this, like, has to be it. Your other options involve probably nothing good, but, like, maybe possibly checking the Stormy Tunnel area, maybe leveraging the coconut that Connor has. And then why not just slam the Check of Legends for good measure? Just put that one in there for the road.
Sure, why not?
I don't think it's dead yet, too, which is hilarious. Alright. Can we get a key here on the beetle race? He's so confident.
So confident.
He just rips the text.
Doesn't need to read the text.
He just throws the text in the bin. Get me out of this race. Go, go, go.
I will cackle if it's nothing.
Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be an incredible bit. But the problem is if it's not here, I have no idea where it is, so it better be here.
Oh yeah, something has gone terribly wrong if it's not here, but part of me, just for stream value, would like it to be here.
We'll put on our best evil laughs if it's not here. Alright, it's a boss key, alright.
Oh!
Charles gives us the good word.
Alright, while our competitors are racing, I just want to remind everyone that you are watching a Season 3 qualifier for DK64 Randomizer. If you like what you see or have any questions, you can check this out at DK64Randomizer.com.
What an incredible plug. Also, I don't know what the heck Connor did there. He did like a little jump.
Slide?
He did a little jump and then did the usual trick, which is holding neutral on the stick when you get off the slide. You keep your speed and rocket forward, but he did a little hop there, and he did a little bit of both, and it just gave him a little extra speed. He got a little extra zip on that. I don't know how.
I think that's one of those speedrunner tricks.
Yeah, this is one of those 101% world record holder diffs. He's pretty good, you know. Alright, Chief, you got your key 5. What the heck are you gonna do now? Japes.
Go to World 3 instead.
What are we thinking about Japes? Connor doesn't quite get the neutral slide, but no problemo. Here's key 5. Oh, there's a move on Funky, isn't there? Seems like a reasonable purchase. And you know what? Stop by this shop and grab some more GBs too. Why not?
Was Cranky.
Yeah, Cranky has a move here for DK. 36 GBs for your next hint pack. Charles is 1 short. He might be running to Snide to dump 1 blueprint. I love it. I love it. Chooses to dump 2 blueprints because, you know, dumping more is better. But he's going to get 36 here and figure out what's going on here. I think this 36 pack is what Connor already has. Connor is at 38 GBs, by the way. And this will tell him, I don't know, it gives him trombone information to, like, figure out, maybe try your luck with trombone for key 6. I don't even know. What the heck is here? Could this be Rocket Barrel? Triangle.
Japes Forest Lobby, path to 7, which we knew.
Yeah, this is... Connor's already seen these hints, so these aren't... This isn't new information, but it's new to Charles, and he's gotta make some sense of it somehow. Reminder that key 4 is still not hinted, so your key 4 hint is on 45 or 50 GBs, which is kind of hilarious. Is that a problem? Yeah, that's probably a problem. We'll get to that one. All in due time. Not a problem in the seed, but we'll settle for this Vines check though in the training grounds for Hunky Chunky. Okay, yes please. All right, don't forget that. Well, for all the Isles checks that Connor's remembered, he hasn't gone back for that one. So like, shoot. And that's a really nice one because that solves your Vines hint completely. I think your Vines hint is almost entirely solved. Yeah, with a chunky K-roll move, I think your Vines hint is completely solved, so we're good to go there. So now the question is where's Gorilla Gone? And Gorilla Gone has to be key 8 and chunky K-roll. And it looks like it's trombone locked? Trombone and barrels. Yeah, trombone and barrels for chunky K-roll. So Connor, taking his trombone, the Enterprise and Soul that he is, 2 places where it might be useful, like perhaps Lanky's Igloo in Caves. Or a GB. Nice try, bud. Better luck next time.
Trombone and barrels, could that be Isles Summit?
The Summit barrel would fit? Kinda crazy? Oh. That Hunky...
I didn't know that we needed that regardless. So.
Yeah, oh boy. That Hunky is hinted for what it's worth. That Hunky is hinted because Vines is hinted to Chunky K-roll, and we have not had a solution for that until now. So, it's definitely an awkward spot for it, because it's possible that because Vines led the diving, you might like... Well, no, because diving got hinted to something very specific. Vines is, like, pretty directly hinted to Chunky K-roll, so, like... If you don't turn up Chunky K-roll in a random bonus... If you don't turn up Hunky Chunky in a random bonus barrel on your way to Helm, you probably just, like, check the Vines training ground at the end. Or do it earlier. I don't know. Where the heck is Rocket? This is a great question. I think it's unhinted. Believe it or not, I think Rocket Barrel is actually unhinted right now, because Rocket Barrel has to be at least on the path to Tiny K-roll and Key 8, because Rocket Barrel logically gets you Feather, and it's needed to get to Diddy's Room and Helm. So we know for a fact it's on those 2 paths. And given our slate of hints, it is not directly hinted as of yet. Our best leads are probably Trombone or Barrels, I think.
37 to get to Castle,
yes.
And he had 40.
Trombone or Barrels. And it's on the path to Key 5, too. You're right. Never mind. It's not Trombone. So then Barrels? And maybe Vines. Barrels and Vines, maybe? What the heck is that? I mean, Vines just got a Hunky Chunky. Maybe it's Barrels and Hunky Chunky? We've seen most of the Hunky Chunky checks, though, so... It would have to be, like... Would it be the Toy Monster? No, can't be the Toy Monster. Oh boy, what a mess. We got a real mess. So much for a Jet Seed, man. This is a mess.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here this entire time. Every move, I'm either keeping track of what they're doing or just trying to parse through my head every obtuse check I can think of.
This one's really hard to solve. This one is not playing nice, that's for sure.
No, it is not.
Oh man, where is key 6? If you can find key 6, you can kind of work your way out of this mess, slowly but steadily. You can get the monkey port hint, you can get the gorilla gun hint, you can get the bongos hint, you can get the... Okay, you can't get the bongos hint or the guitar hint because you need Rocket Barrel first. So maybe you're not out of this mess until you find Rocket Barrel. So Rocket Barrel and key 6 are like the two #1 most wanted items. I just listed 2 items as #1 most wanted. We want them both that badly. Oh, but where are they? Where is Rocket Barrel? Is Rocket Barrel just chilling in a castle shop? No, it's not, because castle shops are foolish. Is it chilling in a factory shop? Factories are level 7. It could. That'd be horrible, but it could. Oh, boy. It can't! It has to be in the first 5 levels, because Rocket Barrel gets you to key 5. So where is Rocket Barrel? This is probably why Connor is just like scouring these first few levels. Like, I need Rocket Barrel really badly. On top of that, Trombone plus Diving fits really well for key 6. So this just makes a ton of sense for him to check this lanky 5-door ship for a potential key 6 pull. How does Barrels fit? Barrels gets you Diving, so that tracks. Yeah. This would solve all key 6 hints if key 6 is exactly here. No, not exactly here. This is Blast, and then the Japes Blast course has key 6. It's not here. Oh brother, where art thou? Is it Featherlocked? It could be Featherlocked, right? Barrels, Trombone, Diving plus Feather, maybe? Feather plus Slam? My head's exploding again. It's not the treasure chest. It's not Mini. Oh my god. Japes Lobby Trombone is key 7. That's what makes this crazy. Is that like, that's another great spot to look at, but it was a different key. Isn't Feather Rocket Barrel locked? Yeah, but we're like way out of logic for Rocket Barrel at this point, so like we can forget about it. Rocket Barrel just like, we'll come back to you, man. We need you, but like, we'll come back to you. Hang on. Hold tight. Connor might be just going to the treasure chest just to get GBs. If he can get the 45 hints, he might turn up something. Oh, Charles is going to get the 45 hints. He's at 44, and he's buying his 45th right now. Do we get bailed out by the 45 hints? What is going on? They're going to read them nearly within a minute of each other. Creme Isle, keys 5, 6, 8, Chunky K-Roll, Tiny K-Roll, Forest Mills, key 4, the obligatory Forest Mills hint. Is that Coconut?
I think that has to be Coconut, right?
Oh my god. What is going on? 5, 6, 8, Chunky K-Roll, Tiny K-Roll.
So,
no,
Connor just got Sniper Scope in the clams.
Why not? Why not?
Sure.
Why not? Well, the problem is I don't know how Coconut gets you key 5. What is our Creme Isle item? Are we out of logic for something?
Did we see what the spring was for the one by Snides in Creme Isle?
Because key 5, key 6, key 8, Chunky K-Roll, Tiny K-Roll, that could be Rocket Barrel. Is Rocket Barrel in Creme Isle somewhere?
That would be, yeah, that's got to be... There's like 3 checks left, which is starting to become the issue.
Right. And Connor has springs, so he's ready to check the spring barrel right now. Is this our...
I mean,
no,
that's...
Please tell me he's seen it and it's dead, because, like, I need to know. I need to know. But it could be that this is Coconut, and Coconut gets you Rocket Barrel? Does that work? Can that fit? Yes, I think so.
Did we check what was inside the Coconut cage on Creme Isle?
The coconut cage, I think, was junk. I think Connor looked at that. I think if coconut gets you rocket barrel, then it all fits. Or rocket barrels in Cremile. One or the other. Charles is finally going to the... I think he's going to get his grape cage. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Check of Legends jump scare! Oh! No! What? Out of absolutely nowhere! It wasn't dead! Is it rocket barrel on Check of Legends? There's no way. What on earth? No way!
Absolutely cool.
That is earth-shattering. I can't believe it. Charles pulls his coconut and he's like, great, I got something to do. But like, oh my god.
Charles is going into Japes in order, but we know where all the time... Oh no, this is a horrible misplay on Charles's part.
But wait, Rocket Barrel's feather locked, so this can't be Rocket Barrel. What are those? Gorilla Gun?
It has to be.
Whoa. So that means Coconut still leads you to Rocket Barrel. We're not done yet. We're not out of the woods yet. We still need to find the Rocket Barrel off of Coconut Shooter. Or maybe, I guess it's Gorilla Gun too. Not Punch though, not Punch. It's not Punch. But it could be Gorilla Gun. What the heck? That is insanity. I'm shook. But for Coconut checks, Stormy Tunnel is a great shout. Here we go. Boom. There's Blast! Okay. Blast is an answer. Here's Gorilla Gun in the Mushroom Insides. Blast out of the Stormy Tunnel is huge. That could be our answer for either Key 6 or Rocket Barrel.
Jesus.
Either one. Dunno.
And he's in Japes already, so let's go ahead and do that rocket.
It's hinted way of the Horde. Off you go.
The B-Blast game. What are we gonna get?
I don't even know. Where's Connor going? He needs to piece together Coconut as his answer. He's going to Aztec. It is not here. You know the Llama Temple is foolish, which helps some, but you also don't have Blast, so whatever. This Blast course is hinted. So what is Charles going to get here? What an absolute mess of a seed.
Doing this, just shout out to the music makers. I know I plug this, or we plug this every time that we stream, but there's Rocket Barrel.
Oh, the Rocket Barrel that was promised, my beloved. All right.
Yeah, the music creators for this pack are for DK64 Randomizer are incredible.
So this does one of two things. The one thing it does is it solves a number of problems. We now have Rocket Barrel, which means we can go get the crate on top of the Llama Temple Way of the Horde. Life is good. However, it also locks in our Slam being hinted for Key 6. So now we have Slam, Trombone, Diving.
Picked up homing ammo.
Why not?
On the splat locked inside the crate in
Punch locked, sure. That makes
Sure.
our oh my god. I'm lightheaded from that Check of Legends, man. That blew my head off. What an absolute masterpiece of a 50 GB hint. I don't know if I've seen a better one than that. That one takes the cake. Incredible.
So that B-Blast, you could easily confuse... Either the B-Blast isn't hinted, or is that Sax that's not hinted?
So Sax is not hinted. Sax is the one that's hinted. The Blast, I think, is unhinted.
Yeah, we've seen all our hints, so...
Because we now know that Blast is on the path to, like, Key 5, Tiny K Roll, Key 8, because of, like, the Rocket Barrel.
Yep.
Trombone, Slam, Piano makes a lot of sense. Where's your other Slam is the problem. That is the problem. When one Slam gets hinted, it is more likely than not that the other Slam is hinted. Forest Donkey, Mushroom, Kansas Way of the Horde. You might hit that warp and leave immediately, post-haste. Oh, boy. So, 2 slams being required is a possibility. However, we don't know where the other slam is. Is it on top of the Llama Temple? There's another pearl. Good grief, we've seen 3 pearls, maybe 4?
I think we've seen at least 4.
Where is Connor going? He's doing the think dance. He's thinking a little lost. Oh boy. Maybe just a little lost. Like, kinda lost. Like, baby lost. But he's got a route forward. He's headed back to forest for something. Don't know what. I always say, I like how I say don't know what, like, my ideas are the best ideas ever, and even though I probably never would in a million years have thought up Chuckle Legends there. Sometimes the seed just throws you a curveball and you never know what to expect. I cannot believe Charles entered a shop with 2 coins and found a GB to purchase for 1. That is... well then. Sometimes it just works, I guess. Alright, with Rocket Barrel in hand and all hints sorted, this is all Charles is going to get key 6. He needs to find that, specifically key 6. Oh boy. So this is Strong Kong. Connor's in the Thornvine Barn, which is Strong Kong locked, which is not our answer here, because we have key 5 and everything for Tiny K roll, so this is not it for sure. Connor is buying GBs wildly aggressively. Does he, like, have a read on key 6 that's, like, amazing? Because I'm struggling right now. We need to tie together somehow coconut, trombone, diving. Those 3 at least. Which is crazy. Or maybe he thinks something else is on Chuckle Legends. Maybe he thinks that's like, I don't know what else you could put there besides
what was inside the oh, we've never actually seen this. What was on top of the llama temple, because we know that
right.
that crate is correct.
Ah, yeah. So this is what he's using Rocket Barrel for.
Charles is doing the thing that I do every time, which is I confuse Tiny Temple with Llama Temple, but this is also a check here.
Are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not bad.
I mean, that's pretty great, actually. I mean,
I would love to see it.
Honestly, it's a little bit late because you would want to use Twirl to get on top. You can use Twirl to get on top of the Llama Temple without Rocket Barrel, so it's kind of late. You could use Twirl to get Mini Monkey out of Cave's Lobby. It's a little late.
Oops.
Yeah. Thanks, game. Kind of toxic, but that's alright. I forgive you. Jeez. Nothing here. He's probably trying to narrow down his Oasis and Totem area hints here, because he knows this crate is Way of the Horde, whatever this is.
And we know it's one potion.
Guitar.
Never mind.
Sure. No problem.
That does answer our...
That's a solo key 8 hint, so that's all well and good.
That's it for that.
Perfect.
Okay.
And now he's headed to the mills maybe to get another key 8 item, and then probably also get his Gorilla Gone. The problem is, after all this, you run up to Helm, you get auto-tweeted because you don't have key 6. Uh-oh! Every other item makes a lot of sense, but... But... No. Not so fast. Oh my god, that's Bongos in the winch cage. We didn't see it. Oh my god.
I was right to check it.
Oh my god. We got some heavy hitters this seed, my goodness.
This is a... So, fun story for anyone who routinely plays this game a lot. That on-switch responds to any weapon that you use on it. It is not Peanut exclusive. So if you ever want to get ahead in a race, as long as you have Chimpy Charge and Guitar, you can complete this check.
Logically, it requires Peanut, because, like, nobody would ever think to shoot that with any other gun besides Peanut, but...
Oh, absolutely, but if we're talking about the sequence breaks, which we've done 100 times already, this is the 101st.
Any edge you can get, Alright. Connor's got to get back on the coconut train sooner rather than later. That's the big one. Actually, yes, the Little King reminds me that I believe I have seen a clip of that switch being hit with oranges before. Extremely cursed, do not ever do it, but I have seen the clip.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Monkey Science has gone too far. The
that
answer
one is
yes. Team, the answer is yes.
That one's a little much. Alright, Bongo's on the winch of all things. It's kind of crazy. And now he runs to go do his Check of Legends for his Gorilla Gone, and then where is Key 6? Where is Monkey Port? You can go get some hints. How's his blueprint count? How's his GD count looking like? He's got
54 with 469 blueprints to turn in.
He's at 63 effective. Connor is at 60 effective, but Connor's also got some thinking to do on how to unpack this monster.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have any information pointing to the Melon Crate Japes Stormy Tunnel.
Well, he does. The information is Coconut, because this Gorilla Gone off of Check of Legends can't possibly be the only thing you get off Coconut. It just doesn't fit. Not enough fits here. You need to still find Rocket Barrel, and because that 5.6.8 or because that 5.8 Tiny K Rule package fits Rocket Barrel like way too well, you're not done yet.
I think the issue is that leaning on Coconut to be like your hint in order to make that check. That's really a very broad check to do.
Man, Charles is going all in on this clear vial in the sprint cage. If this is the other slam, it is massive for him. If it is bait, it's very sad. It's very sad. That's just the saddest thing you've ever seen.
Ugh. Good try.
NT. I respect it. That makes perfect sense. You're looking for clear vials. You've seen a clear vial. Well, yes, please. I would love that. Now, can we find a way to piece together... Alright, let's note down all our Key 6 nonsense. Our Key 6 nonsense, we are looking for Coconut, Trombone, Slam, Diving.
Barrels.
Well, barrels led you to diving, so I'm excluding the things that led to one another. The things that are still unsolved for Key 6. That's horrible. That's so... I have no idea. This is insanity.
That's why I'm feeling that it would be a little presumptive to assume that everything has answers in that regard, because it could be something like peanut pop guns across like 3 different checks gets us to what we need in order to get to Key 6.
Right,
so
but like...
this is...
Even if you consider that, you have to narrow it down from the perspective of what is unsolved. I have to find a solution for this item, somehow.
Which then kind of brings us back to our everything's a casino. Just gamble, gamble, gamble.
Kinda? Kinda, yeah.
Is B-Blast on the way to 6, or is that just Way of the Horde?
It is just Way of the Horde. It is unclear on that.
Because we do have access to Seal Race, which does make peanut pop guns good. I'm just trying to run through everything in my head to go through all of these possible moves, not discounting a single one and playing them off of each other.
Trying to assemble some unhinged check that fits, like... that just would mercifully just get you out of the seat as fast as possible. Like, a Lanky Mausoleum would be the dream. Because that would be Trombone... and then just a whole bunch of other moves that you just kind of... Trombone and Vines. And then just a whole bunch of other moves that you hope you can logically skip somehow. just make it work, please.
Star-Lord is cursing us by suggesting that we have everything for Mechfish.
Yeah, that could fit. Well, could it? I mean, it doesn't not fit. How about that? Coconut gets us Blast, which gets us Rocket Barrel. Rocket Barrel plus Diving, maybe? Wait a minute. Alright, hang on. He's cooking. Oh, but guitar is only the 8, so yeah, it's not Key 6, so it's not guitar. Mechfish could be Port? Oh my god. Yeah, it could. I'm a little worried about the Slam right now, because I think the Slam is hinted. Because it's not the Rocket Barrel in the Lowlands that's hinted. It can't be that, because Rocket Barrel got us too much stuff. Something solo Key 6, and that's the Slam. I want to check every single Slam check in the game. I want to go to Castle and just, like, run through Slam checks and see what I find. I want to check, like, the Ballroom, maybe. If the Ballroom minigame is a diving minigame, that fits. Right? I think so. That fits perfectly. Diving got slam? You're totally right, actually. It doesn't need to be a diving minigame because diving got slam! Oh my god. So that, okay, that helps a lot. Slam, trombone? Okay, never mind. We still have to fit trombone in there somehow. Shoot. Connor has found his way into the storming tunnel. He's got his blast, so now he's got some catching up to do, but Charles is still just thinking. Still spinning his wheels, trying to find something here. Oh, trombone got you feather for the slam. Oh, so it's just slam. You're totally right! Oh my god, I forgot it was feather locked. It just all points to slam. And the reason... So, you don't even actually have to come to that conclusion at the end. You can just kind of look at your hints and be like, the last thing that is solo hinted to key 6 is the slam. If you just ignore every other item in the game, everything else you found so far, and just be like, I'm following the latest hinted item for key 6 and just chase slam checks, I think you're actually okay. You disregard everything else and just do slam and just send it. So, like, Donkey Dungeon could work? Maybe? The Crate in the Llama Temple is guitar. That's our solo key 8 item in the Oasis and Totem area. We still don't know where Monkey Port is, but we can probably just rely on the Monkey Port hint and hope that solves itself. Probably would have been nice for Charles to get that sooner rather than later. I don't think we've seen it. Charles just grabbing everything he can out of Castle. I think he might be just casinoing. He might be thinking, what we were thinking, is that you also had to combine trombone. And he might be thinking like piano game, so he's looking for the other slam.
Well, this is a trombone check right here.
Oh god, it is. This could kind of fit. Where was Balloon? Balloon was Outer Isles and Cabin Isle. That wouldn't really fit. But this could... I mean, anything that's slam-locked at this point, right? Anything that's slam-locked is a potential answer. I guess Lanky's Metal is slam-locked, so actually that would work.
Yeah.
How about Diddy Dungeon? Sniper in the treasure chest? I think that kills this, though. Tiny Mausoleum.
It is a melon on the sniper.
Tiny Mausoleum could work. That was Rocket Barrel locked.
Tiny Mauso does make sense.
Toro was Rocket Barrel locked, and that's a slam. Anything slam at this point. And I think we've cleared out Galleon of slam. We got the lighthouse. We got the two-door ship. Did we get the lobby? We don't need the lobby because Mini Monkey is not hinted to key 6. Also, the lobbies. There was only one potion in the lobbies. Wait, did we get the one potion in Japes Forest lobbies?
We...
Team? Uh-oh.
Factory.
Oh, yeah, factory lobby. Factory lobby.
Homing.
Yes. Connor's working his way to the winch. He's gonna get his bongos. He's getting out of this mess of a seed. The problem is he's been lost in the sauce for so long. I don't know how you recover to find Hunky Chunky here. It's going to be a really, really tough pull. Especially because Vines got you Rocket Barrel, so your Vines hint for Chunky Key Roll is actually solved. Because Rocket Barrel got you Feather, and Feather got you Gorilla Gun. So your Vines hint is now solved. It wasn't solved for Charles when he ran to the training grounds and checked that. It's gonna be solved for Connor, so Connor's just like in a straight casino for Hunky Chunky, which is brutal. It could be in level 7 if it's a Super Duper check, but we haven't seen where Super Duper is, and we're currently working under the assumption that one slam being hinted means just run through every slam check you can think of. Library? Why not? Greenhouse? Sure. We'll take it. Ballroom? Ballroom's looking pretty good to me, but that one is a little spicy because there's a possibility it's actually not the ballroom. No, it still fits pretty well. Not the greenhouse, but Lanky's metal. Here it comes, I think. Maybe. Oh, is he not gone to Funkies yet? Oh, that's a little unfortunate. He's gonna be 5 short. Come out of the greenhouse. Connor's in Castle. Here we go. Connor hot on his heels, but Sans Hunky Chunky is in a bit of a weird spot.
Kind of with Charles right now and just playing this as a straight casino.
It does kind of feel like that. It's got that feel, but like clearing out Castle in a level with a bunch of slam checks and in a world where your slam is probably hinted is... It just makes sense. Connor might have been going all in on Lanky Dungeon, and that ain't it. Charles exits to Isles. We are in a pickle. He's going to Galleon. What is he thinking?
I still submit that Seal Raise is at least worth considering at this point.
He's got the slam pressed. I guess he never did this. I don't think this is it because Mini Monkey doesn't fit here. But it's the thought that counts. This could be a potion anyway. No, it's the Rareware coin. Alright, why not? I'm very surprised neither of them have gotten the monkey port hint, unless I'm blind and didn't see it. I feel like that's
neither have.
That's a great hint to go get right now while you're still kind of just like trying to think of random stuff to do. Lanky Mausoleum, not a slam check, so it doesn't seem likely to me.
Connor doing the rather difficult sprintless for Lanky Mazo.
Not cast a Lanky Metal and he just leaves. Oh boy. He's remembered this clear vial in the sprint cage. This ain't it. Oh boy, strap in folks. We are in for a world of hurt here. Where is key 6? Oh. Even if we found the other slam, it would be a significant boost, because then we could know if one slam locks the other. But then in that world, like, you kind of want to be clearing your level 5 and 6 anyway, because the first slam got hinted. Alright, here's a monkey port hint. Here we go. What do we got? Factory with a Lanky. Interesting. So that's a pretty good reason to go clear out Factory. But, you know what's a Factory Lanky check?
Oh, please.
Uh-oh. We've seen the O-stand check in production. It's not that. Is it perhaps this balloon? It's not the balloon check. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Alright. Team, I don't think we're going to be dumping any blueprints to get in the helm today. Oh, brother. It's not counting time because we are missing red slam. Oh, boy.
Can't be F key because we're still missing red slam.
Right. It can't be... y'all, chat, you're so smart. Cannot be the piano because the slam was only hinted for key 6. So it's not going to be anything key 8 on the slam. And not the piano, so probably just Lanky's metal or the boss.
Yeah, we're running out of... It's lame. There's no memes to it, but... I mean, at some point you just have to say...
You gotta do something, right? Something productive, and something productive would be... The problem is that I don't think Charles got the monkey port hint, so he's just here clearing out random stuff, whereas Connor at least has a mission here. Coconut.
If you're treating it like a casino and you know that you have a slam that's just a 6, then it's worth hunting down. So, I'm not disinclined to, like... It can be wrong, but still end up being right.
High five entering and exiting the factory blast course an hour and 38 minutes in. That's wild. This is a really hard seed. I mean, this is brutal.
We get inside just to sanity check for both of our sakes.
Okay.
Galleon and Castle.
Right.
What did we get moves-wise?
What did we get moves-wise at Galleon Castle? We found Sniper in the treasure chest. We found Spring on Galleon Lanky Metal. And we found Donkey in Galleon. We found nothing in Castle, and nothing else in Galleon. That's it.
I'm trying to run... The reason I asked that is because I'm trying to parse anything that could possibly explain that slam and that slam alone. Like, oh, if we unlocked... Like, if Donkey Kong is unlocked in, Galleon, we needed a slam to do that, but...
We ain't found nothing.
Yeah, so it's either Second Slam Casino or we all just collectively missed something.
I think it's just a slam check. There are still slam checks in Castle we haven't seen. Lanky Tower we haven't seen, and the Ballroom, which is the one I really want to see. And we also haven't seen the museum either, and I think the museum is possible. No, the museum's not possible because it's not Punch. It's not the museum, but it's not the museum. It's not the museum car race either. It would have to be like Diddy Ballroom.
Our wind tunnel?
No, because Sniper being in the treasure chest is a problem. You can't. It's not Mini Monkey.
Okay.
All right, Lanky's Metal. Come on, give us Monkey Port. Show us the money. I don't even know if Charles got this hint. He might have gotten it, and I just didn't pay attention. But
he did not.
He appears to be in the business of randomly getting medals here. Oh, now he's checking the boss here. Oh, perfect 200. 200 is a max roll, by the way. Amazing. I think he's just in the business of clearing out factory medals, just in an attempt to mitigate casino worlds.
Correct play, lest we all fail the Alta tweet.
Well, sometimes you can fail it and do nothing wrong, and them's the beats.
Yeah.
Connor working towards Lanky's medal. He's going to get it in upper production. Maybe, I don't know if before or after checking the boss. We'll see if it's on the boss right now, I guess. That'd be kind of funny. Tiny. Where's Twirl? Twirl was... Oh, he's in Totem area? Is this Mad Jack? I don't know. If Connor checks this boss, he'll know that it's not Hunky Chunky's in here, and that's something, I guess.
Whirl was the Kasplat on top of Tiny Temple.
Alright, dueling Monkey Port acquisitions. Oh my god. Diddy's metal and factory Diddy metal has red slam. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Now we got some options here. Monkey Port on Lanky's metal. Okay. Okay. So factory metals inexplicably loaded up. Now Charles is like
Legends was the jump scare.
Now critically though, this means one slam does not lock the other, so it is red slam. I don't believe Castle Diddy Metal or Factory Diddy Metal locks anything. No, you don't need anything for Factory Diddy Metal. It was a straight casino for red slam, and now Charles gets to just truck through Factory and find every red slam check and get out of here. It does not need to be piano game for what it's worth. It only needs to be a red slam check. Any of these red slam checks will do. He's got to reset the timer, so he's got to run into the power hut and leave. That's really funny. Holy moly. And Connor left just barely without it. That is brutal. The problem with my world of checking single slams is that I was living in a very narrow world where there were very, very few solutions to my world. There was like exactly one at this point. It had to be an exactly Diddy Ballroom. Nothing else made sense. Whereas a world where it's red slam locked has so many more possible worlds. So to some extent, it actually does make a lot of sense to keep chasing Super Duper and just like hope you find it. This could just be experience. Charles has just run a boatload of races to just randomly find factory Diddy medal out of absolutely nowhere. He's just like, yep, I should just check medals because medals get unhinted a lot. And it kind of fits.
I feel like it's also one of those bell curve things where it's like on either end, oh, you just do medal because you're already here. It's like, yeah, I get it, but also,
yeah, I'm out here like I'm out here sweating every piece of logic trying to like figure this out. Oh, a little counting game interlude for you. I'm out here sweating, trying to figure out every ounce of logic, trying to squeeze every inch of, and anything and everything I can get out of my hints.
Metal check goes burr.
Charles out here just payphoning his way. I'm just gonna go pick up some medals, man. And it just works. Holy moly. But he missed Lanky medal, which is the funny one, because he also needs that one. Oh my god, key 6 on counting game. Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
And immediately turn back around.
And this is gonna be really funny, because he's gonna get the hint and be like, oh, poop.
Funny ha-ha counting game.
This is disastrous beyond measure. I cannot overstate this enough. He's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. This is like disastrous beyond measure, that red slam. Pure raw casino factory Diddy medal. Good luck. Figure it out.
Genuinely one of the worst Season 3 seeds I've ever seen.
This one's bad. This one's real bad. I mean, this is... Oh... You know what? This is all the Check of Legends' fault, because the Check of Legends ate so many of your hints.
Yeah.
But what's hilarious is the Check of Legends is barely hinted. You have Feather hinted Way of the Horde, but you needed Feather for Tiny K rule, so like that kind of needed to get hinted anyway.
Cheat.
Peanuts
the
is
one.
What the heck is this?
Okay, so team, if I recall it correctly, Charles, when he did the O stand to get up the slippery pipe that you normally use to free Chunky, he got 4 of the colored bananas there, and he missed the last one, which I made a comment about. So that was just a complete waste of time. It was such a... remember where to finish your batches, they generally speaking add up to 5 or 10.
He might have like gotten like a small string out of like... They are bunches on the O stand pipe. I think he just like didn't go up it for whatever reason. He got Diddy's medal and then left instantly, which is like really funny. He got Diddy's medal and was like, oh my god, it's my slam. I need to get out of here. Even though he could have gone like 5 more steps to solve Lanky's medal on the O stand pipe, which was really funny. And yeah, it's not actually a given. There's all sorts of like weird sized bunches of CB trails. A lot of the time there's like some 7s, some 8s for like no reason. It all adds up to 100 in the end, but I don't know. Rare just kind of be like that.
It feels, for something like that, it feels like your design decisions toward the end were just...
What is this potion that's blast locked?
That's the check that I would have done instead of anything else.
Grab? What do you do with grab? No! No, man, what are you doing here? No! Not like there's much to do with grab, but like, ouch. What on earth is going on?
Welcome to bonus stage.
Lord.
Well, working his way through Helm. We got Charles, the absolute force of season. One of the many great forces of Season 3 race lobbies everywhere. When he's in your lobby, you know your seat is going quick. Strap in. And this is not a quick lobby, but at the end, he's still in the forefront. Believe it or not. You might believe it more than you don't believe it. Nobody is done. So, Charles racing for the top spot. Is he the one who solved the Hunky Chunky Casino first? Or not the Hunky Chunky Casino. I forgot that Connor doesn't even have Hunky Chunky. That is... Oh, brother. That one's gonna double hurt later. But is Charles the one to solve the Red Slam Casino first? Oh boy, and he's probably still going to sub 2 this, which is ridiculous, even with the tiny phase in the end. Yeah, LeBron James forgets crucial check and aisles. That's the name of the game for Connor, and you hate to see it. We've all been there. I've been there.
Bad.
Like, I've been there.
Yeah, same.
Them's the beats. Every time you miss something in this game, you know what I like? I like to say seeds are cheap. Just go again. Like, you borked a seed, you biffed a seed, gone in the toilet. You know what? Throw it away, forget about it. You can just go get another one. You can go download another one from DK64Randomizer.com right now and just forget your woes. Take your lessons from your seeds of the past and just move right along. All is well. Every seed you get a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
Welcome to bonus stage.
I channel my inner motivational speaker there, which I feel like is necessary because Connor might be in the absolute abyss right now.
Yeah. And if you would like a support group for your terrible seeds, you can find fellow DK64 Randomizer players on discord.dk64randomizer.com.
I believe the compilation of Alta tweets is on twitter.com/altabiscuit.
Well done.
Alright, Diddy Ballroom. Let's see what flavor of L I get handed here. I was all in on this ballroom, man. But Charles, he's done with Helm. He is saying to get me out of this seed. Connor, expert rocket barreler, is not worried about having only 3 crystal coconuts left. I'm a little worried, but he's not worried. My flavor of L today is a golden banana. Amazing.
Woof.
Yeah, that's rough. Charles gets to go into K Rool 150, which in a lot of lobbies puts you in like... In a lot of the quals, that's like a bottom half time. But again, nobody is done, so... For all we know, Charles might be the first one into K Rool. We're going to find out. He's got to sit through a whole bunch of stuff. He's got to sit through some punches and chunky phase. He's got to sit through some boot action and tiny phase, and he's going to top it off with a lightning fast lanky phase. He gives a free punch, too. 1 extra. Oh, this guy. So this is qualifier number 10 of 15. You can only participate, the first 7 qualifiers you participate in are what count for points. However, any placements can affect the overall standings and race time. That's why these guys who have already got 7 races in, they're still in the mix. They want to push the times down. They want to be at the top of the lobby so that nobody like snipes their times and takes first place in a bunch of lobbies and overtakes their number 1 seed. They're defending their spots as the tops, the kings of the lobby. And
the better placement that you get, the better seed you are for the semifinal, the quarters, and the semis. Making your way down from there.
Indeed. What a roller coaster of a seed, man. Oh my god. I mean, it was just back and forth and back and forth. Charles found the right tools at the right time to give himself loads of time to just essentially casino for Red Slam. And he made it work. Holy moly.
A question for you that was posted in the chat. Barack, are you happy that you're not running this seed?
I could not be happier. I'm ecstatic. I'm thrilled that I don't have to deal with this absolute nonsense. Even though I feel like I read the seed pretty well.
Yeah.
As soon as I clear all the castle rooms and don't find key 6, I'm just going to want to go, like, curl up in bed and go to sleep. Just get me out of the seed. Go cry.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, for those who are looking to participate in S4 who haven't already been playing, or maybe even haven't finished all of their quals right now, it's always worth it to sit through and complete the seed as opposed to DNFing. The way that the math works in terms of the distribution, any completion is better than DNFing. Indeed.
I mean, that won't stop me from throwing seeds in the bin and just getting out of here, but, you know, that's a personal failing, you know, and them's the beats.
That's a skill issue. That's
Exactly. Holy guacamole. Here we go. Tiny phase for Charles, though. He's almost there.
It's indeed sniped first.
Oh my god. Mumbo Token is our first competitor to escape this seed with a 152.29. Charles on track to try and make his way out into the podium at least. Just be gone. He has survived. And I have to inquire, did you find Hunky Chunky before it became a casino or after it became a casino? Because I suspect it is going to be a problem for some people. He found it before it was a casino. It's a very leading question, eh? The problem is if you don't find Hunky Chunky before you get Gorilla Gone, the Vine's hint is unsolved. But if you get as soon as you get Gorilla Gone off Check of Legends, your Vine's hint is solved. So it essentially becomes a casino at the end of the day, which is horrifying beyond measure. That said, a first place finish time of 152 is truly frightening. I think we had one other qual that was this ugly, that was just glacially slow times all around, just brutal. Yeah. And to give Connor some credit, he did do his Isles checks. He got Coconut much earlier than Charles did. He got Feather earlier than Charles did. It just so happens that he didn't get Hunky before Charles did. That's really tragic. I shudder to think what the DNF rate on this one will be, because that red slam was truly frightening. Is there anything we're missing? I think the only thing we don't know is Sprint. Sprint, oranges, and have we seen the bean? I can't believe we haven't seen the bean.
No, we've done almost everything but, get those 2 or 3 things.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
The bean levers are just in ruins, along with every other runner in this seed.
Blastic has asked, how did that peel miss when J-Roll charged Charles before? The answer is that this game was made in a cave with duct tape and a pile of scraps.
That sums it up as nicely as I could put it. Nicely as anyone can put it. But Charles, he survives the seed and does indeed take second place in this race lobby with a time of 1:56.16. He lives. He lives. And that's a GG to him. He is free of the seed. This absolute mess of a seed. We're gonna see if we can say hey and be like, what the heck happened, man? what on earth happened here? Give us the good word. Alright, he is ready for a chat. Let's go pull him in. Hello.
Hello there!
Grants, you lived.
Yeah, it was so rough.
Yeah, that was
pretty bad.
That was
not good.
Real bad. Real bad.
Yeah, I got really confused where Rocket Barrel could be, but you gotta do your Isles checks.
Yeah, oh my, no kidding about Isles checks. Connor is just now finding Hunky Chunky. Yeah, so the problem with Hunky Chunky is that if you don't find it early, once you get to the Check of Legends, which jump scared both of you, which is really funny, it solves your Vines hint, which means Hunky Chunky becomes a casino if you didn't find it already, which is horrifying. Yeah. That said, he's in the mud for Red Slam like probably the rest of the lobby is, because Red Slam that's always a casino. Everyone is going to get wrecked by that one. That's frightening.
But you could probably get it together with Monkey Port, but you have to go kind of out of the way. But
well, what's really funny is that Connor had the monkey port hint, and you didn't, and you both got the medals at about the same time. You both got the wrong medal at the same time. So you picked up Slam almost as he picked up Monkey Port, and we're like, all right, factory medals, great. And then neither of you got the other one until you went and got the hint to go back. And it's like, oh, well, oops.
Yeah, I had Lanky's medal right in front of me, but I got so excited by the slam, so
Yeah,
I just
freedom.
jumped down.
I was thinking that, were you at all afraid of any other possible worlds for Key 6 that weren't Slam?
First I thought it was in Galleon, diving locked somewhere, but then the slam got hinted. Or I didn't know if that was the slam or Baboon Blast at first, but when I got Rocket, I figured it was slam.
Mm-hmm. Right, because that Rocket Barrel was hinted to, or that Rocket Barrel was necessary for so many items that it couldn't possibly be solo Key 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a doozy right there, that's for sure. And then with Slam, when one Slam gets hinted, the way the math works out approximately is that approximately twice as often you need both Slams than just the single one. I was living in the world where only one Slam was needed and you should clear more castle rooms, but you were not thinking that.
Yeah, I was. Well, Punch was dead. Yeah, you're right.
I think Ballroom
was dead.
Ballroom was what I picked out as like the only possible thing, but that was still kind of a reach.
Yeah, I was thinking Lanky Tower. That's why I picked up some homing, but then no, I bailed. I went out of.
These were all good, very good reads by you. I do have to say that for what amounted to a terrible seed, you played fantastically. It was very good watching you. You were thinking a couple of steps ahead of Larock and myself while you were running this, and it was just impressive to go, oh, it can't be that. Oh, wait, nope, he's correct.
The funny thing is that there were so many lateral ways that you could be steps ahead or behind, like Key 7 out of absolutely nowhere, but then you had to like solve, like, okay, how do you progress Key 6 versus progressing Key 5? Okay, well, what about the vial that's in Cave's lobby? How do we piece that one together? Oh, hello, Checker Legends, how you doing? Don't mind if I do. Out of absolutely nowhere. That might be my favorite 50 hint of all time. It's incredible.
Definitely up there.
Holy guacamole.
I was thinking Key 5 on Spider Boss first, but when I got Charge, it was pretty clear it was gonna be
it turned you all right around real quick. Like, oh wait, what the heck? Yeah. The funny thing is it kind of felt like the Beetle Race was the only answer there. It felt like it. I that Stormy Tunnel Sax hint was probably the most helpful thing of like all of them.
Yeah, probably. But I was so confused why Wines was path to all of this at first. But yeah, the Baboon Blast in Japes solved that. Which I did very late after the hint. The creme hint.
So for everybody who's looking at in chat or is keeping an eye on the VOD right now, we are at 2 hours and 2 minutes and change into the seed, and we have just had our 6th person complete it at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 17 seconds. And we've had 3 DNFs as well. So to give you a perspective on how some of our top runners are feeling about this seed, yep. That's happening.
Just an absolute bloodbath in the lobby. It's truly, truly frightening. What do we got? I mean, Connor's also in the absolute mud trying to figure out what the heck he wants to do.
I mean, almost the whole seed is path to 6, so the slam can be anywhere.
Everything kind of leads into slam, though, is the problem. Is because, as was pointed out, because your slam is feather locked, vines gets you... Well, okay, so peanut gets you vines. Vines gets you barrels. Coconut gets you blast. Blast and vines gets you trombone. No, not trombone. You start with the trombone. It gets you rocket barrel. Rocket barrel, trombone, barrels gets you feather, and then feather gets you the slam. So everything leads to the slam. The slam is the last point of contact, and so it's like, okay, just do every slam check, I guess, and if you ran through and did every blue slam, you're in ruins because it's not there. So you have to go find where red slam is, and that's just a complete mystery.
Yeah.
Utterly unknown. Those who get out of the seat are fortunate, that's for sure. Ooh, Connor's headed back to factory. Is he thinking factory Diddy metal? I'm not thinking factory Diddy metal. I would never think factory Diddy metal, but he might just be doing random stuff at this point.
He's pursuing anything that's slam related, or maybe even the excuse of being slam related.
Anything would do. It ain't easy to work your way out of this casino, that's for sure. It's ever a doozy. Whether it be mental damage or mental fortitude to try and keep you alive. You gotta fight the good fight.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you... I don't want to say lose, but sometimes you don't win.
Sometimes you get slain in an increasingly savage way. Oh, he's out of factory, alright. He's still thinking. Isles airspace action. Hold that backflip into O-stand. That's such a nice slope tech. It's remarkably lenient, I guess. It's kind of weird. You really never know when you open up a Season 3 seed if you're going to get a great seed or an absolute war zone. I feel like we've had more hits than whiffs in these Season 3 in the tourney quals, but we had a shocking amount of whiffs. Like, I feel like there are... Charles, you do a boatload of races. How often would you say you run into a casino in a Season 3 seed? I feel like it's not that often.
Well, I've noticed recently that it's almost always one item that is casino, but it's usually like in shop or easily accessible. So, but I say seeds are more kinda easy, no casino items are in shop more times than casinos.
Yeah, they're not. Well, I don't know if I'd call them easy. They're not free by any measure. Solving your hints is certainly a challenging skill to learn, but they're solvable, right? The seeds that are solvable, life is good. The seeds that are not solvable are a problem. This one is this one throws you for a loop. It's red slam or bust.
Charles, did you do a lot of S2 races?
No, I did not play during S2.
Oh wow, man, you missed out on some very interesting seeds. To kind of piggyback off of Larocque's point, I think that a lot of the course corrections or the evolutions that have been made in season logic, hint distribution, have definitely led to a lot more streamlined seeds. There's definitely always a concern where our players are going to get much better and much faster. With that said, there's also a you see a lot the skill ceiling starts to go up. So it looks like you're our projected number 3 seed at this point, going into, or once all the qualifiers are done. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling okay. I mean, I had some bad seeds. If I had skipped those and my last two, which didn't count, they were really good.
Skip all your bad seeds and just do ones where you get first or second.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah, randomizer. But
Yeah.
I'm happy with third so far. But
a contender to take it all with. I mean, with performances like this is what you need in a bracket. Even if it is a little random, right? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. In this case, it's a bit of both. I like to think that in randomizers, even in the ugliest of casinos, performing well means you get more time in the casino to find the right stuff. So more often than not, the player who arrives at the disaster zone first will make it out first.
Yeah, I agree. There is definitely some skill to casinos as well, like realizing early that you are in one and like start full clearing more and more instead of just rushing to your hints.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Our spies are reporting that allegedly the piano game has an F key in it. That is fitting.
Seed's a big old F.
Pay your respects to this one. What a doozy. Where is Connor going now? Is he going back to factory? Do you believe? Do you believe in miracles? Is it time? Is it time to just pull an unhinted medal out of nowhere? The magic of holding 69 golden bananas, is it enough to get you out of the frying pan and out of the fire even? You wouldn't even go back into the fire. You would get out completely. Hang on, he's thinking Diddy's room in R&D that has 2 balloons in it. It's time. Salvation? Oh, 9 bullets? Oh no. Team. There we go. Oh, this isn't even enough. Oh, there's 3 balloons in here. I'm stupid. Alright. 3 bullets. For the whole seed. Yes! Red Slam, and you're in factory. Go, figure it out. Your first stop is the piano game. Oh, man. Oh, he's free. He's free.
What are we doing?
What are we doing, indeed? He's got a seed to finish. That's all he's got to do. And with that, I think we can comfortably say that Connor is off to the races here, and we can send him off. We can press the F key with him to pay our respects to this absolute dumpster fire of a seed. He's not worried about this at all, though, because his times are locked in. He's playing for points, but not for his own points. Trying to swipe some points, but he's not swiping any today. That said, we're 2 hours and 11 minutes into the seed. There are 7 people done. Only 7 people. Please, not only for the seed, press F to pay your respects to the fallen, those who have fallen prey to the seed and victim and everything else. What a
They will be
storm.
memorialized in the comments on YouTube.
7 out of 49 in the race lobby. We only have 40 DNFs so far, so of that, we have 38 runners still going at it. Oof. 38 runners still fighting the good fight. And some of them probably have all their stuff by now, like Connor does, and after the races. Off he goes.
Charles, before we forget, where can we find you, or do you have anything that you want to plug?
Mostly over at my Twitch. CharlesJarls.
CharlesJarls. We've been saying Charles. We've anglicized it pretty badly over here.
It's okay. It's kind of Swedish name, Jarls.
Oh, I love it.
Son of a gun. I'll be. Get my cultural lesson in for the day. Key 6 for Connor. He gets to go to Helm. He is free at last. Free at last.
Connor is normally a very reserved person. I have access to his video right now, and he's about as frustrated as I've ever seen him.
Yeah, this is a rough one. That's for sure. I'm definitely going to continue to watch this lobby develop over the next hour or so, see who lives and see who just gets absolutely obliterated by this one. There's a lot of obliteration happening for sure. Some successes, some failures, but everything in between. Glad to see that you two have finally you two made your way through the seed, you know, for better or worse. That's the victory in the end. We'll do some extra plugging in here. If you actually made it in this far in a YouTube video and you're still plugging along, you want to see the finale, you're going the distance, see the whole beast. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are cool. Y'all are so cool. Y'all are so cool. Y'all gonna leave YouTube comments with secret messages in them. What secret message did the YouTube commenters who made it this far get? I need ideas.
Remember to drink your Ovaltine.
Of course. You remember that? Then you know you were here. You were here when you witnessed one of the worst casinos of all time in the qualifiers.
Barry, with a great comment. Real winner is whoever didn't participate in this garbage seed.
That's me. I'm the winner. Yeah. Yes.
Woo! High five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I caught that. Yeah. Everything was all well and good until Key 6 attacked. My goodness. Unbelievable. I still can't. I don't remember that Check of Legends jump scare until the end of days. I didn't think it could sneak up on you like that anymore. I thought Multipath had tamed the beast. We were able to like puzzle out whether or not the Check of Legends was going to turn up purely from our hints, but no. Apparently not. Apparently it could still hit us different.
The dichotomy of our responses where you lost your mind and I just stared agape at my screen and I was like, alright, cool.
Oh man. Unbelievable. One Helmer to go in some K-roll action here.
So according to Cleveris, who has completed the seed, the bean was at Force DK Metal.
Yeah, I was saying, in a casino, surely we know some more information. Like, surely we know where, like, Sprint is, or I guess Orange is. That's it. That's the whole list.
Oh yeah, that was a mistake I made. I picked the Caves Lava, and I thought it was blue, so I said, oh, it's just Sprint.
So did I. So I looked at it and I was like, this is blue, and Larock and Seagull were like, it's purple. I was like, all right, well, we'll see which one of us is correct. And turns out it wasn't me.
It's so easy to incorrectly see the color of vials. Connor giving us an extra bongo play for the road. We love free concerts. Spring was Galleon Lanky Metal. We found that. Connor did find that. And then I don't know who found Sprint. Sprint is probably in the middle of nowhere. What was in that cage? It was like Instrument Upgrade 2 or something, of course.
Yes.
Just some
Sprint
nonsense.
cage in Cremile.
Just when you most desperately need clear vials. When you need them the most, they banish themselves to level 7 metals. Unhinted. Classics.
Delicious bait right there.
Oh.
Sprint was an Aztec Vases, according to Cleveris.
Yes, considering Kilvaris is also telling us this, who finished, by the way, he's the 6th person to finish the seed just over 2 hours at 2:02. My god. That's how you know it's bad, when he tells us where 2 moves that we didn't find are. Or he found the bean and sprint before finding the slam. That's how you know the seed is a disaster. Just an absolute mess. Also joined by Cam, our 3rd place finisher. Well done. A sub 2 time. Well done. Nobody has oranges. Maybe it's red slam locked. Maybe it's... I don't know. Let's put it on the Helm Battle Arena. No, arenas aren't. Arenas are vanilla in Season 3. Never mind.
It could just be, like, Lanky, Helm.
Just nowhere. Arcade. I love that. Just... oh, boy. Oh, brother. Worth noting, all DK64 Randomizer.com seeds are 101%able, unless you turn on no logic. So, it's a testament. It's out there somewhere, for sure. Real. Very real.
So we just had our 8th place finisher, chat. 8th place, 2:18:53. For reference, that is 02:12. That is 26 minutes past first place. This is going to have a very wide spread in terms of what the completion time is.
Let's go have a look at the last qual that was on Friday night. Qualifier number 9. A 20-minute spread would send you from 1st to 17th in that qual.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and a time finishing right now at 2:20 would get you 37th in that qual. This seed is real slow, considering we're still in the top 10. Oh, brother. I mean, people will survive this. People might even get points off the score, but this is going to be one that they're going to crawl out of the race room, end up in the discord.dk64randomizer.com race spoilers thread, and they're going to be like, oh my god, why am I here? Why do I do this? Why do I play this game for fun? I just got absolutely ravaged by this seed. Ugh.
Give up, that's it.
Connor's not giving up.
No, Connor is not going
Never
to
giving
give
up. And that's heroic. Truly a heroic endeavor. I aspire to have the mental fortitude that strong to stick it out this far. A real stinker.
So, Lorak, how... This is about as bad as some of our bad S2 seeds
Yeah.
that we were doing commentary on.
We've had worse. There were worse Season 2 seeds.
There were... Yeah, Multipath definitely helped this a lot, but at the same time, there was...
I don't think it was
special.
I don't think it was streamed, but there was a 1v1 match in the Season 2 tourney that went 4 hours.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing
I
it.
don't think it was streamed. But then some other well-known incidents, like the Forest Tiny Metal incident, that one went like 3 hours. It's wild. Oh my god. Etiquette has done the impossible and ended up in a position that's not 10th. He ended up at 9th. Oh my god. He had the chance to do the funniest thing of all time, but thrown in the mud. An improvement. A massive improvement for him. Close enough? Yeah. I like that. Close enough. Half a phase to go for Connor, and then he's got a lanky phase to get out of here, and he might still end up top 10 because the finishers are coming in so slowly. They're like staggered minutes apart. For all we know, Connor's the next one up. Does he get top 10 here? That'd be a nice finish.
Yeah. 3rd and 4th were 45 seconds apart. 5th and 6th were 2 minutes apart. And then it's everyone else is just like a gulf in between.
It's every runner for themselves here. People dropping like flies. For everyone who finishes, there's another person who decides to throw in the towel. Them's the beats, but the seed is beatable, as displayed by our 9 survivors so far, soon to be 10.
Genuinely unhinged stuff in this seed.
Ain't pretty. That's for sure. That's for
Not at
sure.
all.
Almost home free. We'll have a short talk with Connor and then send y'all on your way for the night. If he even wants to say anything, he might just pop in, say like the seed was bad, and then leave, and I'd be like, understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. His comment is just gonna be, I'm gonna go take a nap.
This one's kind of one of those you just kind of fire off a that was real bad, and yeah, this one's real bad. Spoken in such a way that you can like hear the pronunciation, real bad. You can hear that's a proper noun positioning for a real bad. And there we go. He's done it. He's taken 10th place with a time of 2:23.59. That's 10th place. That is not 10th place in many seeds, but he has gotten there in the end.
That is...
Oh, and he joins us immediately. He's got words he wants to say. How's it going, man?
I'm ready to get this over with. Let's wrap it up.
I'm just here so I don't get fined, everyone.
Keep it short and sweet, but GG, you lived. Despite the seed's best effort, you still made it in 10th place. You still made top 10. Yeah.
Solid time.
Whew. You'll have to
I do just want to point out before we get too far away from it, the time between 1st and 10th was 31 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's not great.
Oh, sorry, Connor. That was a brutal seed. Thoughts?
I mean,
Tell us how
the
you
two
really feel.
biggest mistakes, I think, from my perspective, obviously I didn't know anything else that was going on. The coconut path hint, I completely messed up and obviously missed my stormy tunnels and did not get Baboon Blast nearly as quickly as I should have. And then I was all in on blue slam and not accepting that I was looking for a red slam.
Yeah. Well, I was right behind you on that one, man. I was like, yes, follow the blue slam. This is the answer, but more often than not, it is in fact red slam, and it just sucks.
Yeah. And I imagine the people that got good times, like when they got their monkey port hint or whatever, they go into factory and they happen to maybe get their Diddy medal in the same factory trip, would be optimistic.
What's really funny is that you and Charles got the relevant factory medal at the same time, or you each got a relevant factory medal at the same time, but you got different ones. So you got the monkey port on Lanky's medal, and he got the slam on Diddy's medal like almost the same time, and you both immediately left and didn't get the other one for another. He goes to get the monkey port hint and then comes back for it, and you just
tragic.
And then you have to
one of them is
slog.
better than the others.
Yes, one of them is much better than the other, no doubt, but oof. Really an endurance match. The other thing that kind of killed you a little bit was the fact that Hunky Chunky wasn't a casino at first, but it became a casino after the Check of Legends, because the Check of Legends solves Vines to Chunky K rule. But until that point, it's unsolved.
Right. So I was that was another part of my problem, is I wasn't just like only looking for key 6. I knew I had the Hunky in like the back of my mind. So at the same time as trying to piece together the key 6 paths, I'm also trying to balance these chunky phase paths, so that like takes away my focus from finding the difficult key 6 and what was really like an easy hunky chunky that I just saved for a long time.
We take those. We'll take what we can get. Definitely a tricky one, because like say Charles, he gets his vines, and I don't think he did it immediately, but eventually it's really funny because Connor, you were very observant with your aisles checks and be like, yep, let's get this one. You got coconut well before Charles did, and then it didn't really turn into anything until it got hinted, really. But then you got feather before he did. You got feather like before entering a level, which again also didn't really matter too much because you end up getting feather eventually, or you don't get tiny till late. But then you just kind of left the training grounds dirt, and we were like, oh no.
Yeah, the feather that I got, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to solve all the path hints, and my life is going to be easy, since I know this is all leading to feather, and I'll just put the seed together, and that is not what happened.
It is exactly what didn't happen, in fact. It was close, but, and then the greatest 50 GB hint of all time, as far as I can tell, just hit you with a Check a Legends jump scare for the ages. So funny.
That wasn't even on my radar at a single point until I read that.
I would be surprised if it was on anyone's
like,
radar. Oh.
Again, it's like there always could have been a Gorilla Gone micro hint instead of like I would have taken a Factory Metals path to 6 instead.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Path to 6, wasn't it? Because it's the slant. Oh, brother.
And I was like doubting my Lowlands hint for so long. I was like, am I really sure that was a slam? Like, I know it's not the rocket barrel.
Oof.
Oh, one thing, Charles, I did check Piano Game instantly after getting my red slam for you because I wanted to do the T-bone.
Yeah, I saw that. That was nice.
Yeah, well, we gotta get out of here. This is an absolute mess of a seed. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get going.
I know, I kept you late. Well,
it's the seed's fault. Let's be honest. Who did it? Sarah? Sarah! Unbelievable. Got us again. Let's send y'all off though.
Get our last plugs in before we say goodnight, everyone. Charles, one more time, could you plug where we can find you?
You can find me over at my Twitch, CharlesJarls. Race occasionally, sometimes.
Occasionally, he
times a
says.
week.
Just now and then. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You know. That's CharlesJarls.
Correct.
Connor, where can we find you?
CONNOR75. Connor with an O.
Whoa.
Larac, any last second plugs?
I'm here a lot. I'm here on Sunday too. We got more quals. Quals are not done yet.
No, they are not.
And then I gotta race in some of these quals too, so.
No pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, after seeing monsters like this. Oh,
I'm sure it'll be
brother.
fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, brother. Alright. That said, we'll send y'all off for the night. I think that's going to be a wrap here. Thanks for watching, team. If you enjoyed, make sure you're following this channel. Make sure you're following and watching the Discord for more quals. Next qual Sunday. Sunday at the weekly time. It's going to be a good one. We'll see y'all then. Taking attendance, as always. But that'll do it for us here. Sending y'all off with a good morning.
Morning.